Avast, ahoy, and good day once again to ye mateys! I be Josh the Pirate, your Statham master for this evening, and I make a habit out of doing things that other people say I can't do, like walking through fire, water skiing blindfolded, or taking up piano at an old age, to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove for possibly the finest TTRPG ever created! Mateys, I present to you by Grant Howitt and Chris Taylor, based on the concept by possibly the finest conceptual game designer in history, the legendary Sean Smith, Jason Statham's Big Vacation. And around me, I have me hearty crew. I asked them to give me a refreshing drink. I wasn't expecting a fucking rainforest. You can fall in love with an orangutan in that. It's Ardanna!
Hi!
Shine on, you crazy diamond, because we're just monkeys wrapped in suits begging for the approval of others. It's a Terris!
Hi!
And back for another go, nothing kills her. She's immune to 179 different types of poison. I know because she ingested them all at once when she was deep undercover at an underground poison-ingesting crime ring. It's Daria Zhadanova!
That's very on point. Holy shit.
And he watched the woman he loves get tossed from a plane and hit by another plane mid-air. He drove off a freeway on the top of a train while on fire. Not the car, he was on fire. It's Zach the Renegade Chicken!
Hello.
Are these real phrases?
Those are real quotes from Jason Statham.
From which film?
So Ardanna's is Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Terris's was Revolver. And it's part of a much larger thing, which is really like completely out of character for Jason Statham, because I assume it's all just one character and they just rename him. It's like James Bond, but like reverse.
Right.
Loads of different people being the same person. He is the same person being loads of different people. And then the rest were from Spy. The movie Spy has so many good Jason lines.
It is so good.
And he's not even the main character. He's like, it's Jude Law and...
Oh, what's her name? Comedian.
Yes.
Lady.
Magda?
Blonde.
Is
No,
it
it's
Magda
not.
Zabansky?
No, it's not Magda.
No.
Let me look it up real quick.
No. But very, very funny.
I watched it last week.
He's a secret agent. She's his, like...
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy, yes. And yeah, he's a secret agent. She's his off-screen double. Like, she's the person helping him on his headset, like, talking him through the situation. And Jason Statham is his, like, rival at the spy agency that they work at. And she has to take Jude Law's place when he gets injured or something and go out into the field and maybe save him or something. I can't remember exactly. But yeah,
He got
Jason's
killed.
there just negging him.
He got killed,
negging her.
I believe is what happened. Yeah, they, in the middle of the thing.
I think I've seen it once a long time ago. But very, very good. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Yeah. Lock, Stock, Revolver, and Spy. Guys, who the absolute heck are you? Daria, who the heck are you?
My name is Daria. I'm an artist. I've done the portraits on the channel and emotes, and you can commission me if you need some art. No AI, only these grabbers, baby.
Yeah, boy.
And here today, also I play on Humblewood, but right now we're on hiatus. But today I'm gonna be playing Jason Statham's mom in the Statham adventure. I'm very excited.
Yes. Eileen.
Hey.
Eileen, canonically.
Yes, of course.
Zach, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Zach, or the Renegade Chicken. They tried to get rid of me, but the antibiotics are wearing off, so I've returned. Mostly recovered from my hand injury, which is excellent. Looking forward to the game where I'm playing Mike McMichaels, his new agent.
Hell yeah.
And potentially you might get to see Kingsley again soon, hopefully.
Boom. As the parasite digs deeper and the illness continues.
Oh yes.
Ardanna, who the heck are you?
Mostly confused. Hi, Ardanna or Joe or, well, Lilith isn't here, so she doesn't get an introduction. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorewright, and the person... Actually, we need a Daria in there soon as well. I was going to say I get to lead all of these people on Fridays, but no, not Daria. We need Daria.
Yet.
I'll get in there.
In Vaesen, I recently made a
Yes.
great mistake of starting playing Elden Ring, and I'm trying really hard to not let it consume my life.
Oh shit! Be careful of the spoilers for the DLC that's coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've been
it does
very
look
good
very
at dodging
exciting.
those
Oh.
so far.
And Terris, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighbourhood ferret. I do not stream myself, but I can be found just about anywhere where TTRPGs are played, especially if you ask me on to play with you.
Oh yeah.
Soon, probably mice again, actually. Once we move. But aside from that, I am actually considering maybe streaming a game or two.
Ooh.
D&D.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. Hello.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm down for that shit. And maybe mice.
Probably New Year, possibly Australia.
Nice.
Okay. Well, splendid. And I be Josh the Pirate, and I do stream D&D and other TTRPGs like Jason Statham's Great Vacation or Major Magica. Or next Monday, Karen and I will be doing a Josh and Karen review for a new game called Inhuman, as in you are in a human. I believe it is a story about possession. It is a two-person journaling game where one of you plays the person who's possessed and the other plays the demon. And I'm
Nice.
excited
That sounds
for
amazing.
That sounds great.
it. That is
Well,
my
if you want
understanding
a
of
primer,
it.
if you want a primer, the podcast Malevolent.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I love that fucking show.
Oh, yeah.
That is by Kaya, S. Kaya J, the writer of Galatea, which we reviewed a while back. They messaged me saying, hey, I fucking love your review. Want to do more? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. So they've sent me all their other shit, so we're going to have a look
Oh,
at
that's
that.
awesome.
I'm very popular and lovely. Yeah, other than that, you can find me here doing the stuff. I was painting last night. I finished The Goblin. And then we had a fairly heavy-duty look at this gorgeous piece of thing that I have been sent. The Straightway Lost, based on the poem by Dante. It's jolly pretty. I am super excited for having a look through the actual adventure parts of it. Because I've seen the character creation stuff, and I'm like, that's pretty neat. But I reckon the adventure is what's going to sell it, because it's set in a pretty historically accurate Renaissance Florence, which is going to be interesting. And yes, high bandwidth people, you comment that, Abis, and I immediately see we losing frames. Fantastic. Well, we will see. We can only try. It's lovely to see you, though, Abis. Right, so guys, you've all heard the rules before. You know how this all works, hopefully. No, it was us. You jinxed it. So before we go any further, we need to talk about the Ukrainian people. They are having a really shitty time of it right now. And so if you do have any spare pennies in your digital wallets, please consider chucking them over at the Ukrainian Action Appeal. Yeah, it looks to have corrected itself. We will see. I was having a little bit of dropout last night, but, you know, every night is different here in the wonderful Oz. Yeah, if you have any digital pennies, consider chucking them over there, you bloody champions. Good on you. I must also remind our non-Euclidean, non-Newtonian, and possibly even non-fungible audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials, which I can't spell. There we are. We have a YouTube where you can check out all the previous episode of Jason Statham's Great Vacation we have played before, as well as other stuff, if you feel so inclined. That would be marvelous if you did that. And we also have a Discord, if you want to check out that as well, because it's a lovely place to hang out. We have some vigorous intellectual conversations. We also talk about D&D, or share pictures of pets or memes. It's great. Goodness me, there's an awful lot of lovely, generous people. No, not Deep Cut Black, although that person is also offering me... Wow.
Why can't...
Hey, fellow mods, would you mind slapping some butts down, please?
I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, it would let me do it on the pop-out window.
I see. Never mind. So, Jason Statham's Great Vacation is a pretty simple system that I don't actually even have open right now. So let me just quickly open that up. It is a one-page D&D. One-page TTRPG.
Yep.
There was a couple. I got the other one. Thank you, Terris. So no non-D&D games. That's the ones. And then we need 1 pages. So, the way it works, to refresh everybody, Jason Statham goes on a holiday. You guys, your job is to make him stay happy and not arrested or bored. Or dead. Don't let him die either. That's the other thing. One of you is a lawyer, one of you is a tour guide, one of you is private security, and one of you is his agent. And you all have different abilities. You rolled for on a d12. You have to roll below a 4 if it's something that you are not good at, or the number next to the number if you are good at it. To succeed, you also have 3 stability and 0 adrenaline. Whenever you pick up a point in adrenaline, that is a cumulative modifier to your dice rolls. It adds 1 for every point of adrenaline you have, so it makes success harder. And I roll a d6 whenever you roll a d12, and if I match the number on my d6 with your number on your d12, something fucking weird happens. Which will probably occur semi-regularly. At the beginning of every scene, you guys will select a danger mode, and I will select a danger mode to be playing for in this particular scene. So you are trying to keep him from becoming dead, sad, arrested, or bored, and I'm trying to make him dead, sad, arrested, or bored. When he becomes 8 points in any one of those things, he enters danger mode, where he is dangerously close to becoming one of those things, and you have 1 opportunity to stop him. I have pre-rolled for the events of the adventure, and the scenes. We will be starting with the dog tracks, the dog races, at the wherever you happen to be. We will roll for a new city for the adventure to be occurring in, and so actually, can I get somebody in chat to roll a D100, please? Everything is John. Fantastic. I'm excited for that. Next week we are trying Everybody is John. Who is that? Like, are you playing an Oops All Johns episode?
My boyfriend has fallen asleep with something in the oven. I'm just going to quickly turn the oven off.
Very well. Don't want your house burning down while you're playing with us. That would be awkward. And however, during the game, the Wesley Sniper, Jason's nemesis, is trying to make things awful for you, or at least difficult or complicated. So in every scene, there will be at least one thing that they have done to make this harder. That's the game.
Like, my memory of the first time we played this, I genuinely don't remember Wesley Sniper being there. I'm pretty sure all of the dumb shit that happened was our own fault.
Wesley Sniper only involves himself from a distance. You never see him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did to some extent, because I'm pretty sure he burst the bag of chum, and also I think he shot whatever was carrying all of the truck that was carrying all of the what's it called? Like the livestock that wound up stampeding during that middle section.
Right.
Fantastic. Cycle has rolled a D100 and gotten a 4, which is impressive because that's actually a success in this game. Just like Jess did last time when she rolled 3 on a D69 or something. And so this is list of cities in the world. I've gone largest cities in the world, top 100, and the result is Sao Paulo. We are going to Sao Paulo, Brazil, which has a population of 21.65 million people.
Jesus.
So plenty of opportunities for Jason Statham to upset people, and that'll be interesting. I kind of had it in my head that Sao Paulo wasn't nearly as big, but yes, it's Tokyo, Delhi, Shanghai, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, and then Cairo. You don't get a city in the West until New York, which is the 11th. At all. There's Beijing and Shanghai. There is Dhaka in Bangladesh, Mumbai, and Osaka. 2 in Japan in the top 10. That's huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am, in fact, back, and I have stolen the boyfriend's food.
He's asleep. He doesn't need it.
Exactly.
Everybody is John is a 1-page where you all control one that's amazing. Everybody is John.
Oh,
not everyone is John.
This is incredible.
Hang on, I have a whole folder
An
of
insane
1
man. Everyone is playing the various personalities of John, an insane man from Minneapolis. One participant is the GM, or in Everyone is John lingo, everyone else, and all the other voices are voices in John's head.
That's. I want to play that now.
Oh
I also
God.
want to play that. That's amazing.
Mhm.
That does
That
sound
sounds so funny. Also,
I
at
think-
some point, I do want to see like a version, like do like a one-shot stream of Jason Statham's Big Vacation, but just fully using the 5e rule set.
fun. Yes.
And just making Jason Statham like a half-orc or something that we have to protect. I think
Now I'm
that'd be
just
amazing.
thinking, everybody is Jason Statham.
Everyone is Jason Statham. Oh,
I mean, I've seen a version of Everyone is John. It's an ongoing Twitch Plays thing over on Rob's channel,
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
where the chat controls the main
John.
character, but the main character has like around 200 different personalities at every given stream.
that sounds amazing. Love
that.
Abus, let us know how that goes. That sounds very, very fun. I need to look at that up, see about if I can acquire it. Before we go any further, we need to talk about, firstly, the wonderful chaps over at Wooden Forge. Wooden Forge Gaming Accessories create some of the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, like this gorgeous Jarrah Dice Keeper here, made of exotic and Australian hardwoods, like the Jarrah one that I had before me, but we have other things. This one over here is she oak. And it's, no, sorry, this is Jewett, not she oak. Jewett is a WA wood as well, and it's very smooth. It's gorgeously smooth stuff. They make some really cool stuff. You should check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. And if you do, we get a little cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. So we'd appreciate the heck out of that. It's a great way to support the channel and get yourself some gorgeous TTRPG stuff in the process. Another good way to do that is to check out Troll Lord Games, who are providing a giveaway for this evening. We have been running it since last week, so if you already entered last week, we've just kept it going. So if you type !ticket in chat, you can go in the draw to win a $10 voucher for the Troll Lord Games online store. Troll Lord Games are currently doing a re-release of their... they're doing a Kickstarter for their... The rule system for Castles and Crusades, which is their own TTRPG system. It is quite rules light, and they are basically just adjusting some of the older language, making it more inclusive and more... they're doing something quite similar to what WotC have done recently with the player handbook, actually. But they're also just, updating the artwork and making it a lot more system agnostic. There's a lot of what they're putting out there is actually just, you can use it for whatever, which I think is really, really cool. You can check that out at Kickstarter.com. What the music that is gracing your ear holes is by the lovely Sirenscape. Check them out at Sirenscape.com. Not a sponsor, I just use their shit. We've talked about the stuff, we've talked about where we're going. Mateys, as a professional DM, I take my role here exceptionally seriously, as is evidenced by the nature of this game. And in preparing for tonight's game, I learned altogether more than I ever thought I would about possibly the finest actor to ever compete in the 1990 Commonwealth Games, Mr. Jason Statham. So, I thought it would be appropriate to share my hard-won knowledge in my ongoing segment, Jason Statham. What you may not know about Mr. Statham is that Jason failed his driving test 3 times. And in an unrelated incident during the filming of Expendables 3, nearly died when a truck he was driving crashed off a cliff into the sea. Other amusing Jason Statham car-related bullshit was when he and his then partner, Kristen Cavallari, were nearly arrested for joyriding a golf cart while they were attending Coachella. So kind of fun. There you go. That's a little bit of Jason Statham.
Absolutely wild that it took him 3 attempts with how many movies he's been in that just center around driving.
Exactly. Some people... in Australia, there is a fairly standard, you don't pass the first one. It's just... in most
maybe
driving...
I'm just...
Well, I know, right? I've passed mine on my first go as well, but I think we're quite unusual, Zach. Because my understanding
I
is...
passed mine on my first.
Unusual is a good word, I think.
Yes, I am very unusual. But my brother failed it 7 times because they just didn't like the idea of somebody who's on medical speed also having a car.
Boo.
And I'm like, that's very prejudicial, and you don't get to make that decision. There's no legal reason he can't have a car.
That's yeah.
Maybe
I just got lucky then that I got
I was informed by my
I got diagnosed after the fact.
I was informed by my driving instructor that I've never been diagnosed. I would have thought it'd be far more dangerous for somebody who isn't medicated. But
Yes.
my driving instructor informed me that of the 7 driving evaluators, testers, examiners, that's the word I was looking for, who were working that day, I had the only one who was likely to pass you first time. Most of the others were just like, nope, you're new. You don't get to pass first time for some reason. I'm like, whatever, I'm good enough. Amusingly, I actually failed by half a point, but he was like, you were nervous. And I was like, yeah, I was. Cool, thanks. Also, he was distracting me when I had a jump start. Like, I was driving stick and I stalled on coming out of the lights because he was fucking talking to me. And he was like, oh, by the way, the lights. I'm like, sorry, you were distracting me. He was like, oh, you shouldn't be able to be distracted whilst driving. I'm like, it happens all the fucking time. What are you talking about? I'm still get distracted whilst driving. Anyway.
I had the benefit of it's snowing when I did my driver test. So I had the legal reason to slow the fuck down.
Hey.
Let's go.
We got almost 2 decimeters in the 40 minutes my test took.
Nice.
20,
that's a lot.
20 centimeters, 2 decimeters. Yeah. 2 decimeters of snow in 40 minutes. So I've had legal reason to not drive a 70 if I could go to 60 on a 70 road.
My dad auto-failed his first test in the UK because he rocked up in a sports car to take the test.
I'm like, a sports car?
It's a power move, but he was in his mid-20s as well.
You probably shouldn't be driving a sports car because you're driving test.
Well, all these instructors just auto-failing people, just like, no, I don't like the cut of this one's jib.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
one
he already
like an asshole.
he had a license in the Bahamas because he took his driving test.
You passed the test and you fail the vibe check.
He took his driving test in Trinidad. And in the 80s in Trinidad, the way you took the driving test was you went to the police station and they put some cones out in the parking lot and you drove around those cones in the police car without hitting any of them and they gave you a license. The trick was there were 2 different kinds of license and this was in an era where racing was not only happening but very much okay. And so it was if you were a white guy and you had $20 US, you could just pay the higher rate and they'd just give you one. Because they assumed any white man with $20 US could drive.
Well, to be fair, white men with money could also just be the ruler of a country. Like, so,
yeah.
The logic makes sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Whereas he wanted to drive the police car, so he was like, well, no, I'm happy to pay the smaller one. So he paid the $2 one, and they're like, but it's hot outside, and I don't want to have to set up Fine, and he just stamps it and gives it to him anyway. I was like, but I want to drive the cop car. So he had a license, but the English wouldn't recognize a Trinidadian license for some reason. Maybe because they weren't very particular about who they gave them to.
No,
so he'd been driving legally in other countries for years.
I really like the idea that he had to beg them to let him take the test because he wanted to drive the funny car. That's
they didn't let him. They just gave him the license.
Wow, no, you don't get to drive. You have to get the license. But please,
I want to drive the police car.
But teacher, I want to do the homework.
I rocked up to my driving test in a 82 model Toyota Land Cruiser with rubars, spotlights, and I believe a gun rack on the back.
They kind of just assumed that you knew what you were doing.
Yeah. It was my grandfather's hunting car, four-wheel drive, so
Terrifying.
I just rocked up in that. And they're just like, okay, this will be fine.
Very nice.
Alrighty, well, mateys, we've done Face and Statham, we've talked about all of us, let's get into it. So, we begin. Let me just find an appropriate piece of music for it, because this is far too cool and groovy for an adventure featuring Mr. Jason Statham. There we are. So, Jason has gone on holiday to Brazil, to the beautiful city of Sao Paulo, Brazil, taking with him a small but efficient entourage. And the morning of day one, we should probably go around the table and remind everybody who the heck we are playing. Ardanna, who the heck are you playing, and what class are you?
Excuse me, I just clicked on the Sirenscape player and my ears are no longer working.
Sirenscape? Where?
That was loud.
Sorry, was it really loud?
No, it was just on my end. Yeah, it blew my eardrums out a little bit. No, if you scroll up in the Discord thing, you find it. I am currently, because I couldn't remember the middle name from last week, I made up a new one.
Millicent.
I am currently playing Angus Millicent Runner, the legal representative of Mr. Statham and entourage. I did my best to get away from all this entertainment shenanigans and then got plopped right back into it. I am so happy.
Splendid. Terris, who the heck are you playing?
Hello, I am playing one, Mr. Taylor Knox. He is the tour guide, sort of. It's his first day on the job. He is supposed to be being trained. The trainer has not shown up, and he is kind of panicking. It's a wonder that he and his rainbow hair that looks like he's skinned a My Little Pony is not curled up in a corner hyperventilating, actually. He'll be fine.
Splendid. Zach, who are you playing?
All right. So today I'm playing his agent instead of his private security, unlike last time. So today I'm playing Mike McMichaels, who is I think like skinny, kind of ratty-looking guy with sort of messy hair, who has clearly bought a suit in an effort to sort of look more presentable for his role, but probably secondhand, and it doesn't fit very well, and he's not wearing it very neatly because Mike McMichaels is actually a drug dealer who was mistaken for one of Jason's agents and is now clinging for dear life to the job because it is the best paying thing that he has ever done.
He's definitely got a clip-on tie. Or maybe on an elastic band around his neck.
100%. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily that, like, sophisticated. I think he's got a, he has a tie, but he's kind of like, it runs up into the top button, and then he's just kind of like stuffed it down the top of his shirt from there. It is somehow staying on the front of his shirt by a wish and a prayer.
No, that's why you have a tie pin.
I would have thought
that's why you'd have a tie pin if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah. I feel like when we get to Daria, this might well be explained because Eileen Statham is hanging around. So, Daria, tell us about Eileen.
Yes, I'm playing Eileen Statham, Jason's mom. I am also the security for this particular outing because no one will bully my little boy.
Splendid.
Goodness.
And I feel like Eileen took one look at Mike McMichaels, if that is his real name, and went, no, dear, and just did it up for him.
Yeah.
And did a perfect half Windsor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Mike is his real first name, but I think he panicked.
I see. Yeah.
And gave McMichaels as his second name.
Dear boy, where are your parents?
Probably at home.
I need to have a stern word with your father. Someone has to teach you how to do the tie.
And brilliant.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and Jason steps through the door, and I don't mean he opens it and walks in. I mean he literally steps through the wood of the door of the hotel room where Eileen and Mike are getting dressed. So the entourage shares a suite. Jason has his own next door. So when he needs his folks, he's like, right, Guys, I've had a great idea. I reckon it would be really fun to go and see some dogs. I've never done any gambling or anything, but I reckon it'd be really fun if we went and maybe saw some dog races or something.
Oh, I love puppies.
That's what I thought. I thought it'd be nice to take Mum down to see some dogs, and Mike can come along, and maybe we bring AM as well. How do you feel, AM?
They're a great time, and if you're looking to make some money.
Oh yeah, look, I want to play around with it. The stock market thing really didn't work out last time, so I've kind of divested all my stock, and maybe I could feel a little frisky. I just went very Josh. It's like, a little bit. I could be a little bit of frisky. I could be a bit frisky with my money. Why not?
Oh, yeah. I'll take some treats. Do dogs like Turkish delights?
I don't know I've ever met a dog that turned up its nose at a Turkish delight. I'm now wondering what the hell my dog would do with a Turkish delight.
I think Mike is pleasantly nodding along and has gone straight to has pulled a burner phone out of his pocket and is as fast as he can texting one of his friends who he knows gambles on things. I don't think he knows whether they're any good or not, but he's just he thinks that they'd know more than he does, so he's just desperately texting for advice.
Need I remind you, Mr. Statham, that gambling can be a lot of fun as long as you don't spend all your money at once.
Oh, no, I've got a system, right? What I do, I take half of all the money I've got and I put it in my back pocket and I don't touch that. And then I bid half of it, and if I lose, then I punch the bloke who took it off me and I get it back. There we are, it's lovely, it's really good fun.
He was always very good
system.
with budgeting.
I will also just remind Mr. Statham that if you're deciding to go on with this system, I'm not saying you can't, just make sure there are no other people around that cannot be bribed or otherwise convinced to keep quiet about it.
That's why we keep you around, AM. That's why we keep you around. All right, let's go. I think we probably need to find a tour guide. Can someone let the tour company know where we're going to go?
Oh dear.
I think there'd probably be a pause and then just right. Yeah.
That's probably me.
Realizing that that's him, and I think we'll run over to sort of. I imagine there'd be some sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? Actually, I think he'd probably run over to. I think to actually. Sorry, Ardanna, what was your character's name again?
Well, everyone calls her AM.
Right.
But
I think
yes.
he'd just sort of be like, can do, and then sort of after a couple of moments on his phone, seemingly just sort of pressing buttons, doing something, we'll just sidle on over to AM and just. Do you have the contact number for the tour agency that we're using, or do I need to find?
There
one?
may well not have been one.
Oh no, we tend to hire a new one at each location, so just find one.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep, can do. Whereas I think he just sort of goes searching for his phone, like, but we'll reach out to probably the. Oh no, he wouldn't go cheapest because he's working for Jason Statham now.
Oh no,
probably the first one he sees as a result.
So
I think he'll Google it, find the first one. Yeah, exactly. He sees the sponsored ad for tours now or whatever, and he's like, oh well, that's what I need.
See, Sao Paulo. Excellent. Alrighty. So Terris, Taylor, I should say. Taylor,
yes.
Your tour company, Sao Paulo, let's call it that. Your first day on the job, and you have been sent out to meet they're not specific about who, but you have been sent to meet a certain famous person and their retinue, and your trainer, absolutely, and your trainer at the famous Sao Paulo dog racing track. World famous, extremely well known. And you spot them pretty easily. One of them looks disturbingly like Helen Mirren, and you approach
Disturbingly,
because she's not Helen Mirren. That's the disturbing.
I'm not.
She's just played by.
I've never been so offended in my life.
Yeah, he's going to look over at them and for a minute just hyperventilate, just, oh my god, that's Helen Mirren and Bruce Willis. Oh god, yeah, picks up his phone. Chloe, where are you? Chloe, they're here. Where are you? Chloe, poke on his phone. Sees them coming his way, sort of fixes his rainbow hair and wanders up, just, good morning. Right. Dogs. Yes? Dogs?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Your hair's very cool. Like it.
Thank you.
Considering doing something similar with my beard. Yeah, I want to see some dog racing. I love puppies.
One moment. And he's going to, once again, go to his phone, just, where are the dog races? Okay.
Oh, you're at the dog races.
Oh,
you're
at the dog races. Excellent. Just right, dogs. Right, dogs. Did you want to see the racing, or did you want to sort of try and sneak back and see the puppies?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, I would like to see the puppies, don't we, Mum? We want to see the puppies.
Yes, I'll pet them.
Of course I'd pet them, obviously. What's the point of seeing them if you can't, handle them? Yes.
From behind Jason, what is that? Michael give just like a to the troll guy, just like, keep it going.
So, Taylor, he wants to do
suppose...
something you absolutely can't do.
Yes. He is going to very quickly Google the sort of layout of the racing area and try and figure out the best sneaky way to get on through. Okay. I will potentially call that a local knowledge. Although he's,
go for it. Yeah.
Yep. So I get to roll a d12.
Yes.
So you gotta roll
Let's
7.
roll of the game.
That is a 3.
Hey!
Nice.
You take a good old stab at the best way to get back. You've managed to find... You definitely find your way there. Now I'm going to roll a d6 and see whether or not I can also roll a 3. I fucking do. I fucking did.
Oh. No.
Wow,
so,
boy.
I'm not going to say that Jason does something unpredictable. I'm going to say that something unpredictable happens, although possibly it's entirely predictable. You are definitely seen by the security guards as you try to get into the area where the dogs are kept, and you are definitely not one of the owners of the dogs. And Jason is used to just getting what he wants, so he and his mum are just like, it'll be lovely, and we get, I love all the ones with the pointy faces and no fur. I wonder if they've got any of that. A team of like 3 or 4 security agents sort of swoop in and try and prevent you guys from getting where we are going. So at this point, we do need to check. Last week, you guys did say that you thought arrested and or sad were the 2 tracks we should be going on. We reckon we're going to... I can't remember which one you guys said, but I think it was arrested. I think you guys were
I feel like
on.
those 2 make sense for here.
Yeah.
Because either he gets sad because he doesn't see them, or arrested because we're going somewhere we're not supposed
Yeah,
to.
either way, something's bad going to happen. I want to do something, actually. When I see the security going towards us, I'm gonna use my ability. These hands are weapons, and I'm gonna take them under the elbow each and say, so lovely to see so many young gentlemen out here energetically doing their work. Show the lady around, please. And I'm gonna lead them around a little bit using my weapons.
Forcibly in this instance. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Make me a these hands are weapons check.
She's the most
mechanically she is
private security.
Yeah. Mechanically she is disabling these people with her hands. But how we do?
A 4.
A 4. Okay.
Nice.
Damn it, rolled a 3 again. Excellent. All right, Daria has managed to take out 2 of these security guards before they can even fucking get close to her baby boy, her darling baby Jason. Nothing like a nice older lady. Given that Eileen Statham must be at least 20 years older than Jason, she's in her 80s.
Try.
I think I'm going to quickly try to go through my mind looking for how likely would it be for any one of us to either ply these guards with some incentive, outright bribe them, or just threaten them with a lawsuit.
The bribe in Sao Paulo, not wanting to be too sort of on the nose, but bribery is probably the way to go. I feel. They probably don't like. If you were saying offering them money in US dollars, say, you could probably just get a decent distance with just look the other way. Would you kindly?
Yeah. So let me see what that would. Because I would, if I could use the spin doctor to just, well, if I give you this amount of money, and you could you please maybe say that, oh no, one of the dogs ran away and we had to chase it or something like that? And
so
then
you're spin doctoring a variation of the truth that they should repeat. Okay,
Yes.
alright. Yeah, alright. Yeah, make me a spin doctor check, please.
Coaching the witness.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I think
That's a 3.
nice. Yeah, I think
I
Mike will
rolled a
only step in if it seems like we need an extra pair of hands, because I think by his previous occupation, he is extremely reluctant to willingly approach positions of authority.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So the final guard. So two of the guards, as Jason is going to where the dogs are, the kennels, I presume.
Yes.
His mum just takes a couple of these young strapping security guards by the arms and guides them the fuck away, whilst the remaining one coming from a different direction is intercepted by his lawyer, who bribes the guy. Let's say a couple of $100 US are pressed firmly into the guy's hands, as is a complex and rather absurdly intricate story about what actually happened and how Jason Statham, international movie star, was not involved.
Yes.
And you enter the dog kennels. Taylor doing a very good job of leading the way. So like, wow, I did not anticipate being actually able to. Okay, I should be part of this team. They're very good at what they do. And Jason's like, oh, hello, little boys and girls. Oh, I love you, little friend. Oh, they're licking me, Mum, they're licking me.
Oh, don't forget to use a napkin afterwards.
Of course, yeah. She's very good on cleanliness. Hello, little father. Jason.
And greyhounds are just so soft.
Yes. And very stupid and very friendly.
Yes.
So, yeah, Jason, after a short little while, sort of petting all the dogs, he makes sure Mum gets to pet some as well. He leans over to Mike and says, Mike, you know anything about dog racing, dog betting, that sort of thing? I need to see if we can pick a winner.
I have my. Sorry, 1 second. I have my sources. Which one you got your eye on?
Oh, well, I really like that chap over there. Wearing a pink collar with a big bow on one side, and just very lean and ripped. Absurdly over-muscled for a dog. He said, I think that one there looks fucking terrifying.
I reckon you might be on the money with. You want me to put something down for you then?
Oh yeah, actually, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Josh, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Looking at this dog, looking at the race information, is this dog potentially entered in a claiming race?
I don't know very much about dog racing, so
if a dog or horse is entered in a claiming race, that means that you can put a bid on that dog, and regardless win or lose, that dog can become yours. If there's more than one person that's bid on it, it will go into a ballot.
No.
Damn.
But he may try to steal it.
I think in that case he'll just well then just one moment, I'll get right on that for you. And he'll sort of like press a few buttons and put his phone up to his ear like he's sort of making a call.
Yeah.
I do think that he will through sort of whatever like app or whatever we've got like he has installed, he'll place a bet on it. But as he walks away pretending to make the phone call, could I please make a narcotics check? As
I thought this might happen.
I think he's going to reach into one of his pockets, and I don't know exactly what he would have, but I imagine it's an array of options, shall we say. And I'd like to try to take a small tab of something and effectively throw it into the water bowl that is in there with the dog in an effort to, let's say, raise its energy levels.
Oh, shit.
Very well. You try and drug a dog.
This is rough, but it's still better than last time, where in the first act I knocked an animal out.
I have a fun story about that. A friend of mine who did do dog racing used to feed his dogs Mars bars just before the race.
Jeez.
Does it work?
Right.
Did it help?
Sugar boost, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yes, I did actually open a page of illegal street drugs and their effects, so that I could try to find out the sort of things that this
game
this
makes
man
your
might be
search
carrying.
history so funny.
It's bad. It's really
No,
bad.
officer. I swear, I'm playing role-playing games. I'm not the criminal.
Exactly.
Why is your
so,
search history so Jason Statham centric?
If only they knew.
Alrighty.
But yeah,
So,
so I'm gonna
narcotics,
go
how
with,
do you go?
from what I have seen, I'm going for something that's a stimulant, but doesn't necessarily make someone violent like most of them do. So it looks like we're going for meth.
Nice.
Meth
Nice.
dogs, great.
Just a disclaimer,
cocaine
Courses
death.
Cove does not condone mething the dogs.
Don't you speak for my channel?
No.
Well,
Jack.
no, I'm not. It's not cocaine, at least.
No, I like
It's
meth.
not
I think
better.
that. Wow, I should
You like meth?
rephrase that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
Good to
meth.
know.
I live in Perth. We all love meth here.
So, Josh, what is this dog's racing name? Because I'm thinking it might be breaking the habit.
Sorry.
Because I'm thinking it might be breaking the habit.
But yes, I rolled a 3 and I needed a 6, so
Yes!
we got it.
I also rolled a 3. This dog's name is Slippery When Wet. And
I do like the idea that the dog takes a drink and just immediately starts sweating.
but it starts drinking a lot more. Yeah.
Eyes go wide.
Meth, I see. Yes.
Yes.
So, yes, the pupper takes a nice long drink of water. Well, Jason like petting it, like, yeah, you're gonna be great. You've got this. And I don't know whether or not meth would help a dog, but it may well have got this.
I was gonna say I stopped myself just short of adding effects of drugs on dogs to my search history. I got all the way to typing it into my search bar and then stopped and just went.
I'm already on the lists.
Maybe not. Here's the thing. This is one of those situations where the truth is more bizarre than any lie you could tell to your FBI agent if they ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so have you heard of Jason Statham's Big Vacation?
Okay, this is going to be a hard one to explain.
So, just to be clear, don't give drugs to animals unless prescribed by a vet.
Or unless
Yes.
they really, really ask you, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If the dog
do
is
not
asking you
take-
nicely for meth, you may have had too much yourself.
Yeah, don't treat Mike McMichaels here as a role model, please.
In any regard.
Apparently, the dogs will become hyperactive and difficult to control.
I love that Terris, the professional lawyer, is prepared to look that shit up.
I mean, he would have reason to know.
Would you? Who clipped Jack? Thank you, Jack. The fuck clipped
Oh, no.
Josh Walker saying, I like meth. Of course it was Jack. Of course it was Jack. Thanks, Jack.
Beautiful. That's what incognito mode's for. Yeah, that takes a level of forethought I don't normally possess.
Alrighty.
There needs to
So-
be like space between the impulse and actually writing it, and we don't have that.
Yeah.
No.
And the memory to like, oh yeah, I was going to look that up.
It was genuinely a miracle that I got as far as typing it, and right before I hit enter, instead of just doing it for once, I went.
Ooh. Maybe don't.
My 2 brain cells clinked together, and I had a moment of clarity.
Hold up. Maybe look this up on the wife's computer. Her search history is so much weirder than mine as it is.
I'll search it on my PS4. They'll never see it coming.
Oh, just go to the library and look it up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slippery when wet ingests a non-zero amount of meth. And
Oh god.
Jason says, I really hope that one's actually racing, otherwise this could be really embarrassing. He says, well, I suppose we should probably go back to the stands and watch Slippery race here. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. And she starts trying to like hurry them out.
Quickly. Let's be as far away from here as possible.
Partially because I don't want to be at the scene of the crime, but partially because I think he's doing this in the hopes that it works, but he has never, as most people shouldn't have, fed meth to a dog before, and doesn't want to be here to find out what happens when it kicks in.
Oh, no.
I considered having the thing that
I think
Wesley Sniper was going to do would be to drug one of the dogs. But who needs Wesley Sniper to involve
did that.
himself?
Hey, Mr. Snipes, sit down. We got this.
Don't worry, I got this shit. So you guys go and sit back down at the in the stands. Jason's like, Mike, how much money did you put down on the thing? I didn't actually say. How about $5,000?
I think Mike, who had just kind of like, again, working off of his own frame of reference and not thinking about the fact that he's working for a celebrity now, has put down like 50, like just like $50 or something, and was just like,
oh yeah, right. Times everything
all right,
by 100.
and
Yep.
we'll kind of go back, change it.
There is no such app. This is you have to go to a person and get a slip.
Yeah, no. In that case, he will take the money and just go do it in person.
Yep. Very well.
I feel like he has contacts here, but I don't think any of them work in dog racing.
Yeah. No, that
Would it
tracks.
be possible for me to try and help Zach with the follow me if it looks like he's going to get bogged down in the people?
True. If I could have
Sure.
Just,
someone who
you know,
knows
little rainbow
the
beacon out
language
front.
and the place, sort of help me.
Yeah.
He does not know the language.
Incredible.
No, they sent him because he speaks English.
Yes.
Yeah. Jason doesn't
It
speak.
is his
I want to say
special
Portuguese. Portuguese in Brazil, I think.
Listen, if you want to say it, but, you know.
Brazil language. Yeah, Portuguese.
Thank you. Yes, I was right.
It's in Brazil, right?
98% of the people in Brazil speak Portuguese.
There you go.
There you go.
I thought so. Yeah.
8%.
Yeah, so he's basically just
he's-
wailing like a siren to get people out of his way.
I was gonna say
Nice.
Mike won't pocket half, but he will throw 50 of his own money in on top, on top
right.
of the 5,000.
He's like, I'm prepared to
he's-
stump in on this.
He's kind of doing the thing of is not necessarily very bright, but is good at maths when it applies to very specific subject matter. And so he's doing the thing in his head of like, if the 5,000 wins, this much of it will belong to him. So if I chip in instead, then we'll get a way bigger payout, and then this percentage of it can go to me.
Yeah.
So he's still planning to skim off the top a little.
Yeah. Slippery when wet has 3-to-1 odds, which is, I think, pretty good. Saying as I know nothing about gambling, and
Time to Google how odds work.
I'm pretty sure there are 8 dogs per race normally. So yeah,
9.
3
no?
to 1 means that there are 3 slipperies, but only one of them will win.
yeah.
True.
Nice.
So what that means, if you've got $1 on and the dog wins, you get $3
You
back.
get 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my version more. I like the 3 slipperies idea.
Yes. Yeah. The lower the fraction, the better odds. Yeah. But also it is generally it is assumed by the people by the people who like set the betting that this dog has a pretty good track record and is like Jason's not
And
an
also
idiot.
it's on
He
meth.
picked a really fucking huge dog. He's like, I reckon that one because it's muscled as hell, and now it's on meth. And I don't know if they test them.
Gotcha. So yeah, 3 to 1 comes out at 3 times profit. So
Yeah.
he'd be getting back 15 grand.
Yeah. Well, 1650.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm making it a nice neat 150 if we win.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting 15 grand.
Yeah. So the way we are going to decide to do this is I have decided that the other dogs will roll a d8, and this dog will roll a d8 and get a d4 bonus for the meth.
Can I also do a little shenanigan to get the dog that rolls the best out of the way of Slippery?
Ooh,
And I have a way to
okay.
do it.
All right. Well, I will. So, chat. Can I have? So the race is going to begin now. Bang, and the gates open, and at the very same time, when the gun goes, like the starter's gun goes off, the man who went to fire it didn't pull the trigger. He is instead shot in the shoulder by an unseen assailant. However, the thing opens anyway, and the dogs begin running immediately. And
Mr. Snipes.
and an NPC is shot in the shoulder at some point, which was
Not
the
my
thing
problem.
we rolled for that one. It's not your problem yet. And so I'm just going to roll for a bunch of the other dogs. That's a 10 and an 11. Very bad, because we are looking for lows. That's a 1.
I'm gonna take
There's
that
a
one
3. There's a 7. There's a 2. And there is an 8. So there's a 3 and a 2, as well as the 1 that is leading now. Can I get a D8 rolled in chat, please? And a D4, which we will subtract from the D8 in order to assist Slippery when wet. And,
So while this is happening,
Eileen, what are you doing to number 1?
you don't want to know. No, actually, it's all very chill. I'm gonna use my skill extraction, and I'm gonna throw some Turkish delights onto the racetrack to distract the dog that's leading.
Exclamation mark, roll space 8. Abis, please. And please make an extraction roll, Daria.
Okay,
6,
I'm extracting
not
that
so
dog.
great.
Hey, cat. Okay, hiya. Okay, that's a 2.
Hey! I also rolled a 2. Jason has had a similar thought. He's watching Slippery being pretty freaking confused. Like, it's definitely in the second half of the pack. It is not. It is like, what am I supposed to be doing? There's a lot of stimulus. Like, it's clearly freaking the fuck out. And Jason is trying to lead it along. He has somewhere acquired a hot dog. And he's like waving it, and he's like tearing chunks off and throwing them in front of the other dogs to distract them. So, you both are witness doing this. However, there is also a couple of police have been called because someone's been shot. And
That's not our fault.
It's not your fault yet.
Yet.
However, yes, there is. So we had a.
I have an idea.
So we got a 6. Abis rolled a 6. We need a D4 as well, please. Cycle, Jack, somebody, to determine how much help the meth does to this 6. Jason and his mother are both sprinkling treats on the track to distract the other dogs from the race. Slippery when greased, slippery when oiled. No, a D4, please, Jack. A D4. If I said 6, I meant 4. We are subtracting
subtract
it.
6, right?
We could subtract 6, but we are subtracting it from the roll to determine how much better. This could bring it to a 2.
Could the extraction roll have raised the die if it succeeded? In that case?
We got a 2 there. There we are. Thank you, Jack. So that makes it a 4. The extraction roll is I basically I will Daria roll a D4 which
D4.
we will detract from the other dog's rolls.
Yes, sir.
So it'll get added on. Nice.
Yeah.
You mean like we
Raise
add
the
it
roll.
to
Yes,
the dog?
we will add on. Yeah, sorry, it will add on.
Oh yeah, it's a 3.
Ooh, which makes the best one get a 4. So Slippery When Wet is neck and neck with a different one. Let us say it is Slippery When Oiled. One of their kennel mates, actually. So the owner is happy either way because they're going to get a good payout one way or t'other. They are neck and neck. Slippery When Wet has sort of gotten its head around the fact that the altered worldview is going on, and Slippery When Oiled doesn't seem to care about chunks of hot dog or Turkish delight as it pelt down the trackway. And now the man operating the rabbit that they chased, the mechanical rabbit attached to the inside railway, the man who is operating that one, you hear a second gunshot go off, and they are clipped nastily in the shoulder, and lose all control of the rabbit.
Oh no.
What do you guys do as the rabbit comes to a halt, and so do the dogs?
Okay.
Taylor would like to use a follow me, grab the rabbits, and run.
Follow me.
Hops the fence with his My Little Pony hair.
Random.
Wow.
Actually,
Grabs
the
mechanical
greatest-
rabbit and then tries to outrun a pair of methed up greyhounds.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Beautiful.
Very well.
I have a
while
follow up
screaming.
on that one as well.
I fucking love this game.
Powerful.
AM is going to look around real quick, make sure there are no actual, security guards coming to interrupt this.
There is quite a few,
Yeah.
but not coming to interrupt you guys because they have been distracted by the 2 injured people who have been shot by a sniper from somewhere. It's weird. So yeah, all the security guards are like they're not getting involved. There's an awful lot of shenanigans going on, but yours don't appear to be violent.
Okay, and so, where did my idea go?
Terris, give me a
Right.
follow me roll
Yes.
while we hear our
I
AM's
will
idea.
do that. Oops, that's not how I do that. That is another 3.
Hey, very nice.
Yay!
Huge.
So once
Okay.
again,
Oh my god!
at a relatively slower pace, because I don't know how far. Like a 3 is a pretty good roll, so I reckon Taylor probably did track when they were in high school, which probably I don't think was very long ago. So they're probably still in
No, he's
quite
like
good shape.
19.
I am imagining Scooby. I'm imagining Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but with pink hair, with rainbow hair, being hotly pursued by dogs that look in no way like Scooby.
Yes.
Oh man! And the crowd is going wild. The crowd is like, this is probably awesome, actually. This is dog racing crossed with the Colosseum. AM, as the rest have done something to this already, what do you fancy doing? Because it is between Slippery When Wet and Slippery When Oiled.
So, I think I want to use AM's eye for detail skill, and she's gonna adjust a little bit, and noticing that Slippery When Oil's color is slightly off, is going to stride long legs down to where the rabbit used to be, and then cross across the field and try to grab a hook or something so she can hook the collar to in and then in an effort to get the poor beast's collar off. It's going to fall off and hurt itself.
So I love how quickly it was like, okay, this is not exactly subtle, but it's like if we drug the dog maybe to run faster, the race starts and we all just went, okay, so we're getting on the track.
I reckon
It's our race now.
you could run around the track to the finish line and then just so you're going to try and, as subtly as possible, sabotage the other dog.
Yes.
Using your eye for detail. Alright, make me an eye for detail roll.
Good luck.
Because I think this will determine how it goes.
It's not my best roll stat, but no, that's a 10.
Oh no! So looking around, there is just nothing, like, given the speed at which Taylor is running, there is just nothing that you can do to find a way to, like, manufacture a shepherd's crook that quickly. With which to sort of just yank this dog out of the way. Also, you'd feel like you'd probably get noticed. So it just, you don't manage to do it in time. So can I get a D2 rolled in chat, please? Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 2. We are looking for a 1 for slippery when wet. That's the one we are wanting. So if it is a 2, it is slippery when oiled manages to get ahead by a nose, and slippery when wet will come in second.
So, I'm going to say here as well, as this is happening, Mike is going to start making his way towards the person that we had to place the bets with, because I have something I'm going to try either way.
Okay. So yes, a D2
if
in
necessary.
chat, please.
I'm preparing.
I love that this music is in no way indicative of the high high tension that is going on. Let's have a little bit of something more more active.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. No! Slippery when oiled gets ahead by the nose. And Alexander Nord comes in and just too slow. Hey, Watchful Wizard. Hey, Alexander Nord. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. So very, very close. It was very close, but that's okay. Bad results are actually fine in this game. We adore that. Jason is looking on. He is throwing bits of hot dog. He has actually escalated to just all the junk food he can acquire now. The pitch is freaking littered, but with Turkish delight and bits of popcorn, stuff like that. As the 2 dogs that are not distracted pursue Taylor hotly over the finish line. It was one of the longest dog races this track has ever seen, because the mechanical rabbit and it also has been, like, very badly damaged by the 2 dogs that even reached it to savage it, because they are trying to get it. So yes,
in any normal dog race, all 5 of us would have been already escorted out. But thankfully for us, our good friend Wesley Sniper is making other problems bigger than us, so no one cares because people are getting shot.
Yes. Josh.
Yes.
Darling. I am assuming, since he is carrying the mechanical rabbit, that he has just been pounced on by 2 large greyhounds, right?
No, because he's not. I reckon. Well, yes. Let's say yes. That's funnier. Yes.
These dogs are litter mates. Yes.
Yes.
Do they look
they're
very
kennel
similar?
mates. I don't know if they are siblings. But probably given the similarity in names, yes. Why not? Let's say that they are.
Do they look very similar?
I'm going to roll for it. I'm going to roll the D20, and if it's above 10, yes. It's a 20. It is a nat 20. Yes, they look very
They're
freaking
identical.
similar. The only difference is, Slippery When Wet is a girl.
That's not easily changeable.
No, but who is going to switch their coats?
That's good.
Yep. Yep. Amazing.
So, the only other question I have for you then, Josh, so the person we've had to place bets with, how are they right next to the finish line, or are they just kind of somewhere in the venue?
Oh, they're sort of mingling around in the crowd. Yeah, I think there's a desk normally, I figure.
Gotcha.
From what
Yeah,
I remember.
That's cool. In that case, I'm hoping that the desk is kind of, what's the word, like a little bit, what is it, like obscured potentially from the finish line by the crowds of people that are all sort of thronging around the end wanting to see who wins.
Yeah.
And if possible, so the reason I started moving early is because he'll try to arrive at the desk just before it happens, and regardless of the fact that he can't actually see it, he'll look like he can. And as they cross the line, and no doubt some people start cheering, he's going to throw up a cheer as well, and I'm going to try to use failed actor if I can, to immediately, basically, just without the guy actually having heard or seen anything, basically try to convince him like through my reaction that I have won big and that I'm about to make money.
Yeah. Okay.
To get our money out.
Make me a failed actor check.
Come on.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. Terris dice pull through. It was exactly a 6.
Hey, I need to roll a d6.
Nice.
Come on, big money. No. Okay. Yes. So the guy sees you and goes, I'm not even going to try a Brazilian accent. I don't even know, like, how to approach that.
Sounds like a coward's
Oh no,
move.
this guy is obviously a German transplant.
He sees your reaction, and then there comes an announcement over the loudspeakers saying, the winner is
Oh, wait a
Slippery
second,
When
Josh.
Wet.
The announcer is actually a Dracula. Go on.
In sunny Sao Paulo.
Is that Dracula or Dragula?
He
Yes.
has a day job.
Yes.
So go on, do the announcement.
The winner of today's race
Very good, thank you. I'm very happy.
is Slippery When Wet. Because Terris,
Dracula say that name is good.
Terris, you swapped the coats. Can you please? Do you have a skill that would be in any way useful for that?
I don't think so.
Make me a normal check then.
You're all
Okay,
4
let's
or
see.
lower.
Oh,
That is a 2.
Hey!
holy
I will
shit.
show you
So
this.
they announce.
Yeah, no. The dogs cross the finish line, immediately attack the man who led them there, and in the scuffle, in the furore, coupled with your confidence that you did in fact win, the guy does in fact hand you 16 and a bit grand.
He's going to sort of nod and sort of like cheering to him genuinely because we just won money, and then is going to turn, and as soon as he disappears behind like 1 or 2 layers of people in the crowd, is going to book it for the rest of the team, going, we need to go now. All right, we gotta be moving. Go, 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 go.
The only problem with this otherwise brilliant plan is, firstly, that Terris has been... Terris, I'm going to say that... Can I get another normal check? I don't think you have any proficiencies in this because it's essentially animal handling. No, you know what? I will allow you extreme sports.
Okay, so I need to get above a 5, below a 5.
Below a 5 to
That
escape
was a
being
5.
injured by the angry
meets
and
it
in one
beats it?
case methed up. Yes, meets it beats it.
Okay.
So you had a tussle with a methed up greyhound, but came out of it okay, despite the fact that you had to take its clothes off and switch it with its older brothers. And Mike comes down, having acquired the best part of 16 grand. Well, over
Like, look to
$16,000.
Jason, just hold it up and just sort of like, you won.
Hey! Brilliant! Good on you,
But,
Mike! Well, good pick as well. That was good. Well done. That was good on us. I think we should stay again. We should go again. We're good at this.
Well,
I think I can run.
I don't know if they'll
again.
be. I don't know if they'll be running anymore today, given the shootings. But
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I really like that
But
dog.
you know what?
You know what?
if we can get back to the hotel, I bet they've got some in the bar. And he's just gonna start just telling him about the whenever they have like bar sections with like Keno and betting things on all the TVs or whatever, and
Yeah.
just trying to persuade him towards that.
He wants to take Jason to a TAB. Jason is actually fully aware of betting shops. He grew up in rural UK.
True. But yeah,
He said,
I'll guide him towards that.
I just wanna go and say thank you very much to our winning pupper. Come on, Mum, let's go and pat Slippery When Wet one more time.
Oh yeah, I'll take a photo of you two together.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. So he wants to go and visit his now methed up winner. This
think
time,
AM
getting
at
into
this
the
point-
kennels will be a little bit more challenging because there are cops crawling all over it, as there have been 2 shootings.
Yeah, I think at this point, AM has reached Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
standing there, immaculate suit, adjusting glasses a little bit. Just, are you okay? I'm sorry, I did not catch your name. AM
Taylor.
Runner. Taylor.
Taylor Knox. From the School
right.
of Hard Ones.
Would you require assistance?
I can't feel my legs.
Right. Well, up you go. And just hold out the hand. Oh, and it would seem that our charge is wandering off again.
He's not wandering
Okay.
off. He's with 2 of his mates. He's with his mum and his agent, Mike. Heading back the way they came, getting through the cops here will be quite a bit more of a challenge than last time.
I got something.
Oh, yeah.
I got something. Yeah. Before we get to the cops, I will use I will use my ability. These weapons are also weapons. To get a gun out of my purse and throw it on the track. And when we get to the cops, I say, gentlemen, I'm so sorry to interrupt whatever this is, but I just saw a gun lying on the sand of the track. I think you guys should take a look.
Yeah, these weapons are also weapons check.
I do love that you have somehow managed to take the private security role and use all of the abilities already in ways that they clearly were not intended.
That's
Entirely non-aggressively.
That's a 2, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. To anybody who's ever looking for a 5th player, or a 4th player, or a player in one of their games, I heartily endorse Daria's
Yes.
ability to take your already fairly stupid idea and make it like significantly more so, and a lot
Or
funnier.
just, you know,
Absolutely.
just any idea. I'm still riding high on the when she played a College of Creation bard in my birthday game and
All
turned
right.
a couch into a mode of transport for the entire party after knocking the bad guy out with said couch.
I think I killed one person with that couch, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Last time she was like Rome, Georgia. I was like, that is way funnier. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You changed the continent
Changed
we
the
were on with a
location.
bit
Yeah.
you did at the beginning.
He was like,
I don't know.
I really like fucking with Josh. Here we go. I was like, no, that's great. I love it. That's infinitely stupider.
I was going to say, this
Fantastic.
time you didn't even preface it. You were just like, no. He has a vampire accent.
Do it!
There
Do it!
There wasn't even a mechanic. You just said, no, do it again.
Yeah, my approach to D&D is like, with love and respect, I say to DM, dance monkey. And, and that's all.
Yes.
Incredible.
So, please, yes, you have distracted the police with a gun.
Yay!
They go, oh, and then there is a significant sort of huddle up on the. A cordon
It's just
is
the
immediately
starting
formed.
gun that the dude dropped when he was shot.
No, it's Eileen's
It's my
personal
gun.
hand weapon.
Oh, never mind.
I am a Statham after all. Come on.
Yes.
True, very true.
Lounge
very true.
singer turned personal bodyguard, Jason Statham's mom, Eileen Statham, who is canonically a real person.
Yeah, but in
Wait,
this
aren't
case
you
is being
supposed
played
to-
by Helen Mirren.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please
aren't you
don't bite
supposed
me.
to have like a disclaimer? Any and all like connection to real people is entirely coincidental. Isn't that a thing?
And cooked up by Daria's mind.
I genuinely think
Yeah, that's a
Eileen
disclaimer.
Statham would be flattered.
Oh,
I really hope so, because there's a non-zero chance this might happen, that they might actually come across this at some point.
Yeah.
She may well be Googling her son on YouTube one day, and... Hey, Eileen, if you are, it's a pleasure to have you here. You can be our friend.
We love you.
absolutely.
So, Jason, you take him in to see Slippery When Wet, and he finds this male dog now wearing his sister's clothing and not at all methed up, because they've been swapped, and is immediately it was like, oh, it's a good boy. Never really understood the difference of gender. Didn't check. Such a good boy. Very clever. Good racing. What was wrong with the other one? That one was acting very strangely. Mum, you know how I've been asking for a puppy for Christmas for ages?
Well, have you been a good boy?
I've been very good. I've been working exceptionally hard.
Okay, that's, you know what?
Plus,
that's
I've
fair.
owned
And
several
after-
animals.
That's true. You've shown that you are quite responsible with them, more than you are with your stock money, but we won't get into that today.
I also have 2 children.
You know what? You know what? Sure. Let's get our methed up dogs.
I've got a
given the
5-year-old.
Given the police are already distracted, are we able to just like kind of
Oh,
work
he
this
is,
thing out?
he is
Where-
dead set stealing this dog.
Here's the thing. I have a skill for that. It's called extraction.
I have a skill for that. It's called Spin Doctor.
So,
Beautiful. We get this
this
dog,
is going to
guys.
be a major Magica style situation. I'm now very much blending the streams. Each of you, I would like you to select one ability that you would choose to use, and in what manner it may help to assist Jason Statham steal this dog from the dog racing track, where the owner has just won a significant amount of money on it because it's their dog. They probably want to keep it because it even managed to beat its methed up kennel mate. So what are you going to do? Extraction from Eileen. Let's have an extraction roll,
Yep.
please.
Extraction. Woo! A 5.
A
which
5.
is a 6.
Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
Yippee.
Yep. Spin Doctor,
Oh, n-
how are you going to help this, AM? Because there are still guards and cops around, and you are clearly not owners because Jason Statham's face is well known in Sao Paulo. They love the Meg there. So,
Can my extraction be I put a little napkin on the dog's head and hold it like a baby?
it's a massive dog.
It's a greyhound.
You pop it
No,
in your
so-
enormous bag. It's like, oh, it's a handbag dog.
Yeah. I have a baby Bjorn for that specific reason with me at all times. What if I need
carry
to smuggle out a
greyhounds.
greyhound? I don't know.
Let's say Eileen does in fact do that. Eileen, the 81-year-old... No, hang on. I'm not going to Google exactly how old Eileen is, but Jason Statham is 59, so I'm going to assume his mum is in her mid-80s at least. So Eileen, who is getting on a bit, picks up a racing greyhound and puts it in her Baby Bjorn handbag situation. It's probably up to AM to explain why. Using a Spin Doctor roll, that this is happening, but you are free to do something else if you would like to.
Well, I was going to change it to lore first because something meth up dog something animal abuse something we're rescuing it. But now that it's being carried out with a baby Bjorn, it's probably going to be some like, oh no, so no. Well, this is very hush-hush, and I'm not really supposed to say anything. And she's gonna look over her glasses at the guards and the owner. But you have a chance here to have one of your dogs featured in the next Jason Statham movie.
Smart.
Yes.
Oh,
I was gonna say if I can, if I can help here, I'll jump in with I guess failed actor as well as Mike will sort of step in and I think what is it? Pulling a business card from his pocket, of which he has precisely one because it is handwritten on a piece of cardboard because he hasn't had time to actually figure things out yet. We'll hold it out The number on it leads to the burner that he's currently using, so it might not be relevant in a few days. But we'll hand him the piece of cardboard and just absolutely. Mr. Statham's taken quite an interest in your pup, and we'll be in touch.
So, Spin Doctor or Statham Law would also work, but
Okay.
Failed Actor is fine too. I can't remember which is better.
Either way, I barely passed because I rolled a 6, which is what I need for Failed Actor, or 8 for Statham Law. So
Okay.
I
can
just
also roll a 6.
just
I did!
seem believable.
Jason
With
does
him.
something unpredictable.
Oh no.
I just
Oh,
passed
no.
as well because I needed
What?
a 7 and I rolled a 7.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't get that. Taylor, how do you assist?
I'm tossing up between local knowledge to try and, if all else fails, convince them that convince the owner that he'd accidentally put this dog into a claiming race.
I
And
actually
claimed
think the owner is fine with this situation. They are
Excellent.
between Mike and AM's convincing. They're like, oh, okay, takes the card. Look a little bit like, why is it handwritten? And on the other side, it looks like a pizza box. But
I
but
don't think it was cut from
goodness.
a pizza box. I think you just accidentally put a bit of pizza on it.
it's just greasy. Yes.
Yep.
It's also not perfectly rectangular. So yeah, how do you? This would be getting him away from the races any further, possibly.
So I think I'll just use a follow me on this.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Get him out as
just-
quickly as possible.
Yeah, just trying to make it look like this dog totally is, and Mr. Willis is as Taylor thinks it is. Just trying to get Mr. Willis and the dog out as quickly as possible.
Fantastic.
Being all official, just coming through.
Okay, very well. Can I get that? Can I get a follow me check, please?
Yes, you can. Oops, I did the thing again. That is an 11, so I have not
Oof.
done well.
Ooh, okay, that is okay. So Jason, I'm going to say you succeed because 3 of you did extremely well. However, Jason does do something unpredictable as he is trying to leave, as you are trying to get him to leave. He is going to start throwing. He finds a hot dog cart. And quickly, with his winnings, just gives the guy $10 and just takes a handful of the hot dogs and just starts throwing them out onto the track as a new race is just starting. As all the doggies get treats, and this is causing something of the like. There are cops here now, and that is not allowed. So he has engaged one last opportunity for someone to like, hang on, you're not allowed to do that. And I would remind chat, type !ticket in the to go into the draw
yes.
for the giveaway as well.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I've already got a ticket.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, so he can't do that.
You have anything?
Would
Yes.
so using lore, could AM just instead of having them detained at the races, just say that, oh no, obviously you don't want the problem here at your races that might draw attention. Could we instead take this to the station at some point and we can amicably deal with this as the law prescribes?
So you're trying to convince them that Jason will come along later.
Yes.
Okay.
Using whatever knowledge of actual
Yes,
gambling
lied.
tampering laws there are. If it's actually illegal to throw hot dogs onto the track or not.
It's not
Or if
technically.
Yeah.
It's sort of an
technically
implied
not.
rule.
Yes.
Don't
So,
do that.
AM really just
Yeah,
said,
she would
talk to the
basically go
hand.
like, she would basically go like, we both know that it's not illegal to do this, and we are just leaving. So could we just leave?
Make me a law check.
Let's go.
Wow.
That's a
love to see
4.
it.
Hey!
Nice.
And Jason doesn't do anything more predictable. He is too occupied with... he's definitely not keeping the name Slippery when wet. He might just keep calling it Slippery, though. And he's just there. Now, you said Baby Bjorn. To me, that is front pack dog in. Yes? So like a front-mounted dog carrier. Not a bag. This is it's like a harness that you strap on around yourself, and then you put the baby in it, but you've done it to a dog.
Sure. Usually, like, what I envision is like this little big swath of fabric.
Oh, sure. Like,
where-
a hammock sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
That made it
But
even
it's a
funnier because
greyhound.
this is a greyhound.
Yeah.
So
Not a
Eileen
teacup chihuahua.
has a greyhound in a papoose. A
Slippery with
papoose.
papoose.
Yeah, slippery when papoosed.
Ah.
And Jason is like, so its dog, the dog's head is very much sticking out over Eileen's shoulder, and Jason's like, oh, you're such a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Slippery. All the way out. Excellent. Jason had a lovely day at the races. Good job.
Yay.
Well done. That leads us to the second day. Jason has... over dinner, consulted Taylor with all the great things to do in Sao Paulo that Taylor is aware of. Taylor, after a quick sneaky peek at their mobile phone, discovered that Sao Paulo has an eel sanctuary.
Oh no.
Yo.
And Jason has a morbid fear of all sea life after a bad experience on the Meg 2. But he takes this as a personal challenge. When he pulled a sort of a face, and Taylor went, oh, no, we won't do that then. And he goes, no, I want to do that. That sounds really fun. I want to go to the eel sanctuary. Let's do that.
If you're sure.
I am.
Uh,
I've never been more sure of anything in my life. I needed to prepare for the Meg 3. There might be eels in that one.
I was going to say, isn't he a
Eels.
professional diver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go see.
Although
the
I'm reliably
slippery,
informed he was
disgusting
shit at it.
eels. Oh dear.
Wow. Wow.
Incredible.
What a little hater. Okay, well, I guess I'm packing the papoose again. We might need it. I don't know.
Perhaps
Big
some large
fish bowl
plastic
in it.
bags filled with water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eileen, I think, is fully aware of her son's dislike for sea life. So that she probably is like, actually, I don't think we're going to need that. He's not going to want to adopt an eel.
I'm a bit worried. Dearie. How are we gonna cope with that? Like, what if you get the spooks again? What if you have the little ouchies like you did last time?
I didn't get hurt. It's fine. I'm facing the fear. You know.
Okay. Well, if you do need to,
that's why you
leave
have the
earlier, let me
papoose.
know.
Perhaps switch out the papoose for smoker.
Comfort papoose.
I was gonna ask. I was actually gonna ask on a funny tangent to that. Do I know if Jason Statham smokes?
No, I would have thought not. So, very briefly, it's time for another moment of Jason Statham.
Yay.
Jason Statham came in the 1990 Commonwealth Games in Auckland, finished 8th in the 1 meter springboard, 11th in the 3 meter springboard, and in the 10 meter platform. There you are.
Nice.
He was objectively a really good diver, but competitively not quite good enough. So saying he was shit at it was actually hugely inaccurate. I would have thought Jason does not smoke. He seems to be quite a pure body and mind guy, actually.
I've just
read.
looked. Apparently, he used to,
Wouldn't shock me.
but has since
I've watched
sort of,
the 80s.
Makes sense.
which does
Yeah.
make
Makes
sense, but makes my job a little more difficult.
I imagine he doesn't
I
touch
was
drugs
thinking,
either.
Mm.
I was thinking,
Although, I mean-
diving with diving gear and such, and we're like, how are you shit at sinking?
I was gonna say, I know that we said that Jason probably doesn't do drugs, but to be fair, at least in this alternate universe, one of the prompts is Wesley shoots open Jason's big bag of cocaine and it goes everywhere.
Yeah. That one may actually have come up in the prep for this one as well. I did roll all of them already.
Yeah, I think if it's at all possible, then I think that yeah, Mike will sort of. I'm assuming we've regrouped at like whatever sort of hotel.
Yeah.
Mike will re-enter the room, ostensibly having come from whatever sort of like restaurant or sort of like cafe or something they have. I think with a sort of handful of just sort of like effectively like treats or almost kind of like dessert, and we'll start handing them out. I am going to hand Jason a brownie in an attempt
Drugging
to
your
potentially lessen the negative reaction from him having to witness sea life.
Yeah.
However, because Mike is not very smart, I am going to also ingest one.
Cool, I love it. Make me a narcotics check. I love the idea of this going wrong.
I'm sure you do.
What did I get? Yeah, it went wrong. That's a 9.
Oh, dang it.
Fantastic. Definitely that. I think
the challenge becomes
also
getting him to leave the room.
So Taylor also has one. Jason does not touch recreational drugs at all. And my interpretation of the big bag of cocaine is that it was put on him by Wesley Sniper or one of his agents. And that
Makes
yeah.
sense.
So
I like the idea that when it happens, Mike pats down his pockets and just starts panicking.
where's my massive bag of cocaine?
My bag. How did he get it?
So Jason definitely ingests a brownie. Edibles, as I understand it, are significantly harder to moderate the intensity of.
Yes.
Taylor definitely pops one too. Would Eileen
this tastes
and
funny.
AM have a brownie, or would they have a different
I think
delicacy?
he probably, I will say, again, in his efforts to sort of hide his natural inclinations, because he's always just trying to hide the fact that he's doing it, he probably would have brought 2 types of treats.
Yeah.
Whatever the other kind was, cookie or something, would have just been perfectly normal. But I don't think that he'd have any way or any desire to indicate to people which is which. So
let us say there is a cream-filled donut, or a chocolate brownie.
Yeah.
Do we feel Irene and AM would indulge in a donut or a brownie, or neither?
I say that AM is going to use eye for detail to figure out exactly which treat does what by observing Mike.
Yeah.
I think that I like
If too much or not enough?
And I fail.
Nah!
Wow.
Okay, I think specifically observing Mike in that case might have been a bad idea. You get this, from an external perspective, one might get the sort of the idea that he's probably done this many, many times and doesn't react as strongly as some people would. I think he feels it, but it isn't necessarily as obvious a change as he's sort of acclimatized to just being at least presentable in public.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah. So
then roll the D2 and determine. I will say Lowe's is
chat.
the. We can
Anyone
have
in
chat
chat,
choose
please
it if you
roll
like.
me.
D2
So-
determine whether or not AM indulges.
One
Yes.
is the donut, 2 is
Yeah.
the Mary
Yep.
Jane.
Why can't I feel my face?
Now, has Taylor indulged in this before?
No.
Okay, good. How about Eileen? Is Eileen hungry?
I think, like many elder people, she woke up very early and already had her breakfast, and is not really into like the sweet treats.
Fair.
She
she
carries a
didn't
lot of
indulge.
Turkish delights, but that's mostly for other people.
Yeah, fair enough. I like it's an
that's
older
her
lady
Werther's original.
Werther's Originals, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just way less practical.
No, I have this image of Taylor that he has come from that he has essentially escaped from a family that didn't even allow tea or coffee.
Yeah, right. Avis,
So
can you roll us
he's,
a D2, please? Exclamation mark roll space 2.
Oh god.
We also, I don't think we've got Avis in the giveaway either yet. Avis, type exclamation mark ticket.
I'm
hell?
loving the endorphins this session. Oh, I have not stopped laughing.
Avis rolled a
I love
2,
this game.
great.
which means
Oh,
AM
no.
is also high.
Yes.
So Jason Statham's executive team, who are all high, Jason Statham, who is also high, and his mum, who is perfectly fine, go to the world-famous Sao Paulo eel sanctuary. On the way in to the eel sanctuary, above the main door, there is something that is a little unusual. It sort of stands out to you, and you guys are all a little bit... I mean, I reckon... So I will give you all a +1 to noticing things. I will give you a temporary ability, those of you who are high. You have a +1 to your... Essentially, you all have eye for detail 5, except Ardanna, who gets to add 1 more to their eye for detail. So you only...
I feel 7.
Yeah. 7.
Nice.
For this day, because you were all a little bit more perceptive while you were a little bit pingy. However, there are downsides, obviously. There is a grim memento mori in the shape of a human skull with the name Rick Ford painted on its forehead over the doorway into the eel sanctuary. And Jason absolutely sees this as he goes into the eel sanctuary.
Oh.
And he sees that and he goes, that's a bit grim. It's a bit weird there as well. Why is that there? Also, yeah, is anybody else really hungry?
I am
Just had breakfast,
so
Stevie.
hungry. I am so hungry.
I could eat.
Turkish delights?
I'm more like,
Oh.
yes, always, but no. Oh, God. You don't have any carbs on you. I'm looking for like cookies or tacos. Are there tacos? I need tacos now. Does anybody else need tacos?
Well, I have a thought, right? You probably also need a bit of protein. Isn't eel sushi?
I'm not
pretty
eating
good?
eel.
Oh, come
Huh?
on, give it a try.
Yeah, no, fine. I love eel. Eel's delicious, and they're also very pretty. So you suggested to cure the munchies, which you do not know he has. You have eel sushi.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
the
think-
eel sanctuary wouldn't sell that.
Well, here's
place
the deal. Maybe
just
they won't
dedicated
sell
to
it,
preserving
but I...
them.
Here's the thing.
You
They
planning
might
to
be
make
committed to
some?
fuck all. I have a skill called these hands are weapons, so they can preserve however much they want. I'm gonna eat that thing.
Alright.
Right.
So-
I've got an idea. Mrs. Mirren. What if
What?
I'm a
Statham.
diver?
This is Statham.
Mirren. I can dive into the eel tank, pull out an eel, and you can make it sushi.
I'm okay with
I
this.
think that's a great idea.
That sounds delicious. Have you got all the other ingredients for sushi on you, Mum?
Of course, in my bag.
Of
Always.
course not. Why would I think anything else? My entire childhood prepared me for this moment. Fine. So, rice and seaweed in her bag at all times. Just need some raw fish to throw in there. Delicious.
Mm-mm.
Eel
Oh, what if
sashimi.
my boy gets hungry?
Okay.
If you excuse me, I'll go and arrange us a place to prepare this.
Sure. So, AM, where
Yes.
Where do you propose? How do you propose? What are you going to do?
So I'm going to go and look for a restaurant or a
Sure.
cafe or similar thing that is close to this eel sanctuary.
Okay.
And
all
then
right.
I'm gonna try to convince whoever is in charge there that serving eel will be a great way to show exactly why eels need to be saved
Because they
for the
taste horrible.
future.
Oh, they're not that bad.
I was gonna say it depends, because if you get it like there's like a way they do it in Korea where they do like big barbecue.
I
sort
don't
of
know.
thing they,
I've
like,
never
butterfly
eaten
it?
eel. I got to be say, I've never eaten eel.
Neither have I,
unless-
but it looks great.
Yeah.
I've eaten smoked eel.
I've also eaten
it's a
smoked eel.
texture thing, so
Oh, okay.
I don't
taste
mind
is
it.
amazing. Texture, no,
Okay.
just no.
Well, splendid. Okay. So you're going to go in eye for detail to find a place to...
No spin doctor.
Spin Doctor, very well. I love it. Yes, Spin Doctor me up a cafe or restaurant that would be happily to serve eel within eyesight of the Sao Paulo eel sanctuary.
Eel brought in as
Yeah,
well. Eel
yeah.
brought with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terris, can you
That's
roll
a
me...
4.
Hey, Terris, can you roll me
Nice.
a eel in
Extreme
sushi is
sports.
nice when smoked. Okay, so noted. Quad, thanks, Quad. Terris, can you roll me an extreme sports for eel diving?
That's a 5.
Just the number you needed, and I got a
I
1
am
on the
looking
dice.
for the prettiest eel. The
There
most
is-
endangered
God.
of eels.
Terris, it's not actually diving. You don't have to get into the tank because there is a kid's touchy-feely tank where they've got a bunch of small eels in the tank, and you can just snatch it. So it's eel wrangling,
Yes.
and which is definitely an extreme sport that you're proficient in. And Daria, can you give me a these hands are weapons
Is.
ability check to?
Sort of.
I'm imagining you just straight up karate chopping the eel into. Yep. Okay, jolly
Yep,
good.
Exactly.
So, Terris and
yeah.
you
And to
throttle
be-
this eel.
to be fair,
Eel veal.
I do have a knife with me, but I'm not gonna
You're
use
not using
it. I'm
it.
just
That weapon
yeah.
is also a weapon.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Splendid. This is going swimmingly. Hopefully not literally.
Funny.
I fully think as all this is happening, Mike is just standing in the entrance, despite the fact that Jason seems to have forgotten it, is just staring at the skull above the front door, just confused, muttering to himself about it. Just, Rick Ford isn't even real.
How did they get
What are
this
they talking
skull?
about?
So,
Also, I really like the fact that Mr. Wesley Sniper doesn't even have to do anything. We're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get high. We're gonna steal an eel from a sanctuary. He's like, what's my job then? The fuck?
The fact that Josh was like, oh yeah, by the way, the official, like, machination for the area is that there's a grim memento mori above the door, and we just went, cool, fuck that. We have created our own
Don't worry.
problem, and we're going to fix it by
Yeah.
creating our own
Yeah.
problem again.
So you don't even have to leave the eel sanctuary to find a cafe, and you managed to spin doctor up a reason why they should absolutely let you serve. Basically, it's plastic lawn chairs and.
Can we use your kitchen?
I just need to use a table, really. Mama Statham is just gonna straight up make some sushi for her baby boy. You guys don't need to do anything, just stay out of our way. And the poor Brazilian couple who run the place go just like, what are you going to do? No, not the eel. By which point it is far too late. And Eileen slaps it down on the thing, rolls it up in seaweed and rice like a fucking pro, and then and presents her baby boy with some eel sushi, which in no way helps with the munchies, but it is, let us say, you know what? Jason's high as fuck. In the cafe, however, there is a second skull painted on the wall, this time with the name Jonas Taylor written on its forehead. And Jason sees that, like, while he is halfway through choking down some raw eel. That he would never not
That's a
eat because his
sentence.
mother made it for him personally, and he always appreciates
love.
it. Absolutely. Oh, you can taste the love and the seawater. You can very much taste the seawater.
I think this one was called Betsy. I saw it on the plaque.
So, before we continue, you guys have yet to select a danger track for this. Can you please select arrested, sad, dead, or bored at the eel sanctuary?
I feel like sad, I guess.
We just use sad. I think dead could be good.
Dead. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, dead.
I'm gonna go with sad for this one. So dead and sad, because he just saw he is trying to choke down an animal that he has a morbid fear of, whilst high, looking at the second skull of a character he has portrayed. On the wall of this, and so this place is run by an older Brazilian couple who had a break-in last night. Somebody broke into their place of work, their beloved family-run eel sanctuary, and did some heavy-duty graffiti all the way around it, and drew skulls of various fictional characters, all portrayed by the same actor, all over the place, and they just don't really know what to do about it. They've opened up again today, but they're all a little bit on edge, and then a famous actor who weirdly portrayed those characters comes in, high as a kite, and immediately tries to eat one of their eels.
Successfully.
So, if I can, I want to try to relieve his concern by buying into the high, and I want to try to roll Statham lore here.
Okay.
And I think lean sort of partially over the table, and in an attempt to kind of, I don't know, like turn it from a concerning thing into almost like a puzzle to solve. I think that Mike's gonna lean over and just, what do you think it means? Is it like a teaser for a new movie? What new movies you got coming out? Like, is this maybe like a marketing stunt or something? Have you heard anything about that? No one's been telling me, but you know how those types are. As he kind of stumbles through it and realizes,
Roll me a Statham lore. Roll me Statham lore. I think that's very good. Oh.
So I'm
Nice.
trying to buy into the whole, like, just stop thinking about the fact that they're all your characters. What does it mean? And just get him to go down the rabbit hole.
I just rolled a 4 as well. Jason has a high as a kite, and you've just proposed a bizarre hypothetical. So
Exactly. There you go.
you have definitely distracted him. He was going to get sad. He's not now. He is very much now confused and wondering. You've got him hyper fixated on this. Yeah.
I think I'm right there with him, honestly. Like, me as the player did that as a game action to help progress the game. Mike as a person just did it because he's high and doesn't understand what's going on. And is also just as deep in the rabbit hole.
Yeah, most of the people that Taylor has interacted with are deeply confused because they think maybe Bruce Willis is around here too. They assume that he and Jason are friends, and are like even more freaked out because they can't find Mr. Willis. Some of them, on the other hand, don't know who Bruce Willis is or Jason Statham is, so they figured that is Bruce Willis. So you've got half of the people going like, that's Bruce Willis, and the other half going, that's not Bruce Willis. Where's Bruce? And why is no one talking about Jason? And Helen Mirren's here as well, and no one's mentioning that either. While Jason and Mike are sitting, like, putting their heads together, like there's some heavy-duty muttering coming out of the pair of them. I was like, it could be that. And I was like, maybe they're bringing Jonas Taylor back. That'd be cool.
Maybe it's a crossover.
Crossover. Yeah. And I have to play two different characters from two different movie series in the same. That'd be fun. I've never worked with a mirror before. That'd be cool. So yeah, you fully sort of distracted him, and eventually, yes, Jason is able to sort of shake it off and get back and was like, right. Anyway, That was delicious, Mum. Thank you so much. And now I'm ready to see some eels, live ones maybe. Let's have a wander around this beautiful eel sanctuary. Hey Taylor, what's the best eel to look at in Sao Paulo?
I mean, there's some in the touch tank over there. You could touch one.
I like to touch with my eyes.
He's going to quickly pull up the
Eel.
website for this place and just have a look at just which one's the prettiest eel, which one's the best eel, which one's the coolest eel. And just with local lore there, local knowledge, try and figure out which eel is the best.
You are
eel.
welcome to decide which eel is the best eel and tell me.
Now, are
Probably
these
not a
all
moray.
native eels?
No. I mean, if you like. I don't know how many eels are native to Brazil.
Brazilian wakeworm eel.
Let's have a look.
I'm looking that up.
D12.
Brazilian wakeworm?
I rolled a 5.
Cool name.
Okay.
And probably one of the prettiest eels I know of is the blue ribbon eel.
Ooh. There you
Nice.
go. Okay. So you lead Jason to the tank of the blue ribbon eel.
Oh, that is gorgeous, actually, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get you an image.
I just looked one up. That's wild. It looks two-dimensional.
I have posted it in the Zoom. It's just loading.
Ribbon eel.
There you go, in the Zoom.
Oh, wow. Those are amazing. Alrighty.
Looks so derpy.
Yeah. Jason sees that, and that's the best picture.
Just to clarify as well, Josh, when you said he shakes it off, do you mean the conspiracy theory talk or the effects of the weed?
Neither. But he wants
great.
to actually see more like his distraction, his hyper focus rather.
Gotcha.
That is
Cool.
still going in his brain. He is high as a kite, and that is that'd be cool actually. And
Awesome.
maybe they definitely don't see any eels. And I'm going to put that picture of the blue ribbon eel up so that the audience can see exactly what we are talking about. But while we're doing that, let's call it blue. You guys take Jason on a wander through the eel sanctuary and find your way to the blue ribbon eel's tank. And it is being cleaned at the moment by a guy in a scuba suit. And Jason finally has found something about this place that he likes. He adores scuba diving, really into that. And he goes, "Oh, that'd be fun. I want to do that."
Okay. We never say no to Mr. Willis.
I was gonna say, actually, I'll jump in here. I'm gonna try the same trick twice, but just on a different thing. As I think that Mike will just kind of, again, seeming very distracted himself, will just wait. What? Well, what if? Right, and hear me out. What if when you do the Meg 3, what if you get like a bunch of the eels to help you or something? Like, what if you get a bunch of the underwater things to come to your aid? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Call the ocean to your aid. Like, the whole ocean joins you to help fight this
I've always
thing.
wanted to be cast in an Aquaman. Yeah, they never get me for the superhero stuff.
Oh, that's bullshit. You'd be great.
I would, wouldn't I? Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, Mike, you're one of the best agents I've ever had.
Aw, that's so cute.
You're almost as good as Ricky Big Rolls.
I think that like there's a huge smile, and Mike just takes a very negatively geared mental note to find out who Ricky Big Rolls is and
Who the fuck?
deal with them.
Yeah. Ricky Big Rolls was Karen's character from the last
Yeah.
one.
No, I do.
And Mike probably kind of works for her. So yeah,
Probably.
that
He's probably
is
just
that
forgotten
beautiful dragon-like creature that I put up in the screen is what this scuba-suited, I think the grandson of the elderly couple who run this place is currently suited up and cleaning its fairly large tank, and Jason has decided he wants to do that. To fight his fear with fear and clamber into the tank in a scuba suit that he is probably going to have to purloin unless his mum is carrying a spare. I'm going to say that even Helen Mirren can't yet carry around a full scuba gear in her backpack at all times.
Maybe half of it.
Yeah, definitely not the
oxygen tank.
The oxygen tank. That's the main thing, I think.
Well, Mr. Statham, if you give me just a few minutes, I can go see what I can do.
Oh, it's all right. I'll just hop over the fence and hop in with him.
Oh no, Mr. Statham, you would need, well, if you want to go scuba diving, you need a scuba suit.
There's one over there. And indeed there is.
Does he-
There is a second backup one over there. Yeah. He means to just take it.
Well, all right then, Mr. Statham. I'll just go and ask the lovely couple running this place if those oxygen tanks are indeed full, or just to see how long you have.
Ah, good idea. Good idea. Yeah. Should always check that. That's like rule number 1. Yeah?
Also,
Yeah.
Dewey, we just had food, you know. The rule can't be swimming an hour after food.
Well, I figured that doesn't apply because it was fish.
So it swims with you. I see that. I see that.
So
Mike's eyes have just gone wide, and he's just nodding like that makes the most sense of anything he's
He's
ever
like,
heard.
holy shit, yeah.
That is so profound.
I know, right? Fish doesn't give you cramps while swimming. It's what everyone should eat. Fish and chips, best. I was planning on opening. I was really thinking I might want to do that. Open a fish and chip shop one day. Maybe we could sell eel. That'd be fun. So he goes over. He
British
tests-
heritage coming through. Jelly
dead
beans
set.
moment.
You will find out later. He just unscrews the canister a little bit, and pressurized air just jets up. Pressurized oxygen just jets out. I was like, oh, there's plenty, and it's not that deep. I'll be fine. And immediately starts putting it on. Ardanna, please make me a whatever check you would like to head off any attempts at stopping this man doing exactly what he wants that you want to do.
So, AM was going to use this as an excuse to go over to the restaurant again because she's also high
Oh.
and also has the munchies, but have not had eel. And so she was going to have an excuse to buy some crisps.
Okay. Good call. Yes.
And so, because in her mind it makes perfect sense that both of them need to be in the store to take her order. So she's
Sure.
basically gonna take the longest time she can to buy whatever is needed.
You definitely managed to distract one of them
Yep.
with this. I don't see how you can make both of them be there.
No.
But you can definitely distract one of the owners of this place. So yes, go for that. What would you like to do? How would you like to approach that?
What would work best with Nope, that's not it. That's the one. I think I want to use, and I know I'm abusing this. I know exactly what a spin doctor really does, but no. We're gonna use this, and then we're gonna go like, what would Mr. Statham want? And then maybe what would Mike want? And maybe and just take
Okay.
the longest amount of time possible.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
smart.
Love it.
Yeah, the dice say no, though. That was an 11.
Yeah. You attempt to distract them, and they are just not distracted. Oh, someone is stealing the. I've gone back to my Italian accent. Someone has stolen the scuba gear. They're Italians. They live in Sao Paulo. It just happens. And so yes, you unfortunately you do not succeed. However, you guys have a couple more people who could attempt to prevent this, as two different members of staff are trying to stop Jason from just fucking going swimming with an eel. What do you do?
So is that me and...
It would be, Ardanna's already had a go at preventing, so the other three of you may take a stab at it. They are coming, the husband and wife pair, one is coming from the cafe, the other is coming from the front desk. They are coming from different directions.
Can I use extraction to try and take Terris, what's the name of the character? Taylor. I'm gonna put Taylor in front of where Jason was standing. So the perpetrator is Taylor. So while they take him away, Jason can put on the scuba suit like that.
You're gonna try and sub in Taylor for Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
Purple haired, rainbow haired, 19-year-old.
You're throwing him under the bus.
Yeah,
you can try this.
I'll try. Whee! That's a strong 6. What's
A strong
my
6.
extraction?
I think it's 6.
Oh, my extraction is 6. Nice. Well, go on, Jim. How does that work?
I also rolled a 6.
Bitch.
Jason does something unpredictable. The unpredictable thing he does is, Mom, which way around do the two tanks go on your back? While you're trying to do this. Taylor, you have tried to be subbed in for Jason Statham. By Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
How do you... I'm going to give you the opportunity to assist with this.
Closest
It's
to-
not unsalvageable.
I think this is the closest Taylor's ever gonna be to a stunt double for Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Yes, since he probably comes up to his nipple.
He's not especially tall, actually.
Oh, excellent.
But Taylor is especially short, it seems.
Yeah, he is quite short. He's like 5'3". But he's not going to try and be Jason Statham. He can't do that. But he has been put in the way, like a little obstacle. And he's just going to go and tell me if I can do this as an extreme sports role. It's just, oh, yes, exactly the people I needed to see. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a promo here where Mr. Willis is going to jump in the tank with the eel in the scuba gear. A whole new avenue of revenue for you with the scuba diving instruction going on, where you can have an up-close and personal experience with your very friendly and quite beautiful eels. Consider it a cross promotion. I think it's a great idea, don't you?
So actually, Jason Statham is 1'78". He is 2 centimeters shorter than I am. So he is quite tall. That's 5'11", which is it's pretty tall. I don't think it's extreme sports. It sounds very Spin Doctor, which is something you do not have a skill in. No.
He doesn't.
You have a +1 in observation, essentially.
Right. So I need to roll above a 4.
It's a 4.
Below a 4.
Below
okay.
a 4.
Let's see. I rolled a 5.
Ah, rough. So I want to be clear. Jason will not be stopped. It's whether or not he gets a little bit sad about being told he can't do something. And Mike, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to try to dissuade him, but I'm gonna try to do it in a way that won't make him sad. We'll see how that goes. Given again, what is it? Mike's background. One of the things that I imagine that he's as I previously mentioned, somewhat decent at is being relatively presentable while under the influence.
Yeah.
So, if possible, what I'd like to do, knowing that, I'd probably have something, is I think he'll come over and, as he calls out to his mum about which tank is which, he'll come over, and I think he'll just... Let me see something real quick, and what I'm gonna do is he's gonna sort of like lean over it, let a little bit of gas out, and then recoil, and then just... Do you smell that? And I'm going to get him to come over, and I'm going to let some of the gas out, and I'm going to try, in my palm, near where the valve is, to hold a little bit of smelling salts.
Are you trying to gas him?
No. So, because smelling salts, the thing that they're like most known for is just that they have a really shocking smell. Like it literally wakes people up and sort of things like that. And it's one of the ways people try to like sober up is they reckon like, oh, smelling salts and you'll be right. But what I'm hoping is if I can basically give him a face full of just poof, smells really like not like breathable air, just smells like something sort of chemical or nasty is going on. Basically just to sort of, I don't think these are safe. He must have the last good one, pointing to the guy in the tank, and just and sort of try to persuade him that it is not a situation of you shouldn't, but more so a thing of like, this is bad, and almost what's the word I'm looking for here? Almost in that way of sort of like encouraging indignance as opposed to indignance to the establishment that they maintain bad equipment as opposed to the fact they won't let him.
Right.
Could I make that narcotics? I guess. Or failed actor.
I would allow narcotics, yeah.
Nice. 6 on the dot.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
You do.
Yeah, with the shock of smelling salts, which I think also gets Mike and makes him sort of do the like for a second.
That's horrible. Oh, yeah, that's off. I don't know how oxygen goes off, but that's definitely.
I think that's. Well, I mean, you're a more experienced diver than I am, but that's why you smell it.
Very nasty, very nasty. Oh well, I guess I won't go swimming with the eels. Well, what a nice day anyway. And you've given me a really good idea. And thankfully, somebody's written on the inside of this mask the name Deckard Shaw with a skull on it as well, which is a bit weird too. I wonder if we could do a 3-way crossover. Mike, I reckon you and I need to go back to a restaurant somewhere, probably with a large quantity of carbohydrates, and sit down and really thrash this idea out. And Jason is going to call an end of the day there at the Eel Sanctuary, and I think we will have a short little breaklet. You guys have successfully avoided Jason getting sad, arrested, or dead at any point. I mean, that is the goal of the game, so yeah, I would say yay.
It doesn't feel like a win right now because I'm so confused.
I feel like you start leading Jason out and you come around back into the cafe with AM just every bag of crisps.
Yes.
AM, may I please have the honey soy ones?
Yeah,
all right.
Sure.
We will have a short little breaklet
Marry
now.
me.
Back in 5 to 10, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Type !! ticket in chat, and we will be back with some more Face and Statham very, very shortly. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Avast and ahoy, mateys. Welcome back to Jason Statham's Great Vacation 2. To Statham, to Vacation. It is a pleasure having you all. Abis, we don't have you anymore. Goodbye. Have a lovely evening. Take care. Thank you so much for those gifted subs, you bloody champion. They're going to bed. That's okay. They're allowed to go to bed. It's fine. But it's an absolute pleasure having you here. To Absalom, Dak, and Mike Moans. Dak, you bloody champion. Good to see you, mate. Asterix. Mike Moans is a very cool guy. We adore the Mike of the Moans. The Money fans, he's great. So, guys, as I said before, I have become something of an expert in the Jason of the Statham. And I think I should share some more of my hard-won knowledge in my long-running segment, Jason Statham. Jason Statham was once invited to a party at the Playboy Mansion and was ejected by security early in the evening, not for being drunk, but for refusing to pose for pictures with the playmates. Also...
What?
I know, right? He's a good guy. What can I say? He's got his head
Just
screwed on right.
stand-up gentleman.
Yeah, that's it. Also, for the famous oil slick fight in the Transporter, which I recently watched, I'd never seen it before, and it came up on my suggested, and I was like, oh yeah, give that a go. The oil slick fight is quite a famous one. It's basically 8 dudes all jump on him, and he's like, I can't fight 8 guys at once, unless we're all covered in oil. So they're all extremely slippery. None of them can hold on to him, so he keeps getting grappled and just sliding out of it. The fluid was actually syrup.
That's not slippery at all. That's sticky.
No, it's sticky, which is why it couldn't have worked. But yeah, there's a couple of close-up shots at the end where he is clearly like glistening and covered in various gooey substances, but it's not oil, it is syrup. There you have it. We will have another episode of our Facing Statham at the very end, but we need to get back into it for the final adventure, the final scene in this this holiday special, as in it's a special because they're going on holiday. It's Jason Statham. Today, Jason has had, it has become known in Sao Paulo that the famous movie star Jason Statham, who is quite popular there, not as popular as Shakira, but very popular, that he is visiting. And the owners of a brand new restaurant, Cibo Fantasio, have invited him to the gala opening.
Ooh.
However, Jason came for a holiday, not for a fancy dinner, and he has nothing to wear. And he's dead set keen. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling quite peckish actually after the eel sanctuary. So yeah, I'd love to go to a fancy restaurant. Cibo Fantasioso, which I believe is Italian for fancy food.
Italian?
Or maybe Spanish.
Wait, are we in Brazil or what?
Oh, yeah, but Italian food is fancy.
Oh, right.
It's an Italian cuisine. We haven't gone back to Rome, Georgia.
Just checking. My favorite place, after all.
Yeah. So he's like, guys, I need a Taylor.
Yeah.
I need a suit.
Oh, a suit? Right.
Where can I
Do I
get
have
a
suits,
suit
madam?
in Sao Paulo?
And he's going to very quickly, once again, on that phone, search suits. Search for suits like tailors and the like.
Searches Taylor and just gets his own face.
No,
No, not you.
not my OnlyFans.
Zoinks.
I now have prawn chips in my nose.
Nice, nice, delicious.
Probably not nice.
Taylor, sweetie, if you could also look up where to find a nice gown, that'd be lovely. I don't think we packed any specific
Of course.
clothing.
I'm sorry, Mum. It didn't occur to me. I
It's okay,
honestly
it's
didn't
okay,
think
Mum.
I'd be squiring you around Sao Paulo like in all the fancy place. I'm glad I can though.
So he will then type formal wear in local area.
I reckon we all
Yes.
need it. Hey, actually, you guys should come with me.
So
It's been a lovely
true.
holiday. Let's
And
take
we
you
need
all.
to celebrate your win. We need to celebrate
Yeah,
you
I mean-
defeating your fear of eels.
Oh, I was talking about the dog. Isn't that right?
Oh, that's
Isn't
true.
that right, Slippery? Yeah, you are. You're such a good boy. So Slippery is obviously coming with you.
Yes.
You didn't take
He
him
needs
to
a
the
little
eel
tux.
sanctuary. Oh, he does. He need at the very least.
Yes.
Maybe like one of those capey things. Yeah. So
Yes.
let's have a local knowledge for finding a tailor and one that can whip up clothes for Jason Statham and his pet greyhound, the not methed up Slippery when oiled.
Uh,
Slippery when syruped.
That is a 9.
Oh dear.
It was
okay.
meant to be.
You do not. Oh, so this is day 3. This is so you're going to the gala opening of a restaurant. What Statham track? What danger track are we following? Dead, arrested, bored, or sad?
Bored, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
think bored makes sense.
Very well. Bored, and I will have dead, knowing what's going to
Oh
happen.
damn!
Oh no.
Oh no, we're in danger.
Big danger.
Yeah. So.
My.
Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi?
I was very tempted to go sad for a moment. Oh, listen.
Oh, little baby! I also
Um,
have a little baby with me here. Look. Look at that face.
Iriska.
Cat is like,
Baby mother, free me.
I love
The
her.
baby.
Gorgeous. All right.
I've literally got 3 next to me.
Mine's hanging out with his mum. Her mum. All right. So, syrup doesn't dry fast, fewer allergies, and it glistens consistency. There you are. There you go. Yes, it would.
Yeah, true.
Would do all of those things. It's clearly watered down a bit, like it beads. But yeah, interesting. Good call, Quad. Now the next question: how does Quad know that? So.
I don't want to know.
I am in no way surprised that Quad knows that. I just don't know why. So I think you completely failed to take him to and they glycerin. Oh, of course, yes. Hey, Ellie B, lovely to see you, my dear. Thanks for the resub, buddy. Bloody champion. You do not successfully take Jason to a fancy clothing store. You do it your solid level best. It's just not that fancy. I reckon it's a second-hand op shop situation.
Can we go to like one of those shops that sell like Abibus or whatever?
Yes, I
like
prefer that.
Ducky, Abibus.
Yeah,
you know.
Knockoff sportswear is the best. And because Jason is in the mood to just go with stuff, he goes, "Oh, is this what's fashionable in Sao Paulo? Sweet. I love a Beebus."
Master of Statham lore. Remind us, did Jason have any like sportswear campaigns he was in?
I am looking this up now. He did. He was a male model, and he did model for several. But I don't think it was sportswear. Male model for. He was French Connection.
No, so I used to be like watch Project Runway religiously for a while, and there is actually something called formal sportswear.
Ooh.
Which is basically imagine golf attire, but made by Gucci.
In fairness, yeah, similar. Actually, I've just found a picture of Jason Statham in not formal sportswear, but he did model sportswear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want to know what do they do to food in advertising photos. That would be why, Quad. Thank you. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, Dawn's blog, Dawn Press. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yes, a lot of the pictures I'm looking at, Timberland is one that Jason Statham is there holding some oars. Yeah, he did a bunch. But French Connection is the one that comes up first. Although I believe it was 2 or 3. Before he got into acting at all. This is between being a professional international quality diver and a TV actor, film actor. So, you come out of there with the fanciest knockoff sportswear that one can acquire in Sao Paulo. And this... I am going to. This would be a qualify as a failure. So this is either bored or sad. Bored or dead. But the thing is, I don't think this would make him either bored or dead. So I don't think it's going to track. Because I don't think that's. It's not the main thing. But yes, you are all dressed to the nines. How are you dressed Eileen, in formal sportswear.
Okay, yeah. So, I would have I don't know what formal sportswear implies usually, but what I would have is a bedazzled tracksuit,
Hell yeah.
with tails behind, like a tailored suit, and the tails have the little stripes, the Abibus stripes, of course.
Excellent. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you have bedazzled bedazzled tux, but made of like lycra. Okay, cool, love it. How about Mike? Mike, how have you dressed yourself?
I fully think that Mike is just wearing like a clean tracksuit. I don't think it's particular sort of fancy, but I do think that he's wearing his slightly ill-fitting suit jacket over the top of it on his top half to mark him as the agent still. And he's trying to cook something up in his brain about this being part of a brand deal to explain to the people when they get there.
Right. Like that. You know what? I am actually, rather than dead, I am going to swap it to sad. It makes way more sense given what I know is going to happen. So can I get a D6 in chat, and I will half it for the number of points. This makes Jason a bit sad that we can't find actual formal wear, because the man knows how to dress. Have you seen his movies? Yes, AM, how do you look?
So I think looking around, AM is, first of all, horrified at whatever Mrs. Statham is wearing, the bedazzled jumpsuit. And she's gonna pick out a pair of, you know those, like, what are they called? Like sailor pants that end halfway up the calf.
Sure.
And a, just black shirt and a leather jacket.
Okay.
And just, I don't understand why we. Okay.
Very well.
What?
Taylor, Jason is paying out of his dog racing winnings, paying for a new suit for everybody. It's actually not coming to anywhere near as heavy a bill as he was expecting, and he's a little bit sad about that. Can I get an exclamation mark, roll space, the number 6 in chat from somebody to work out how sad he is about it? Taylor, what would Taylor look like?
Taylor is wearing a rainbow hooded V-neck tank top.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
In mesh.
Happy Pride.
With matching shorts.
Quad rolls a 2. Thank you very much, Quad. 2.
I have an image.
2 points on the sad track.
Of course you do.
For the Zoom.
Of course.
And I'll get the back. One moment.
Wild.
So I have.
Beautiful.
This is
The pose of this reference. Why is he looking like that?
For
He's
everybody's
daring you to make
reference.
fun of him.
This is what Jason looks like. Jason has indulged in, has actually gone back to his roots, and manages to replicate almost exactly the look he had in his
Ooh.
French Connection ad.
Very nice.
Nice.
Lovely.
And he's even got the pout back up. So yes, that is working very well. Good-looking man, he gets, which is what sort of stopped it from being any worse. He takes only a single point of sadness. He was going to take 2 until he found he could manage to relive a little bit of his misspent youth in doing this. So you head to the gala opening. There is a red carpet out there. The newspapers are there, and there are several news reporters and photographers there, a bit of paparazzi, and all are a little bit surprised to see Jason rocking something that is definitely like off-brand sportswear, not a fancy clothing. So your job here is to make sure Jason doesn't get sad as he is as he enters. What do you do?
I think, actually, so we've just arrived at the place, and there's all this sort of paparazzi and things like that outside. Yes. Okay. I think in that case, do they have anyone like doing interviews or like people who have like microphones or something that I think might be... Okay.
There's a couple of news reporters, yes.
Yeah, I think Mike will actually sort of smile and beeline towards them, and I'd like to, knowing what you Googled up before and everything, I'd like to make a Statham lore check to effectively convince them as he just yes, well, Jason's actually pursuing a brand deal with French Connection, taking it back to his roots, so to speak. These designs are still in the works. They're actually a bit of a prototype, so you're lucky to be seeing this early, but so things might look a little different than what you were expecting, but I think just sorry, my brain's stopped for a second, but yeah, we'll just might be a little different to what you were expecting, but it's hot stuff, so keep your eyes open.
Okay. Make me a failed actor check.
Okay. 5.
Hey.
5 is...
Nice.
Okay, thank God.
Yep.
I fully saw the 5 and I forgot I had
You
a
might
special
actually be good at
score and
this.
just went, no.
Oh. No, yeah. So the... This changes this goes through the news reporters, the paparazzi and everybody, and Jason begins immediately to be peppered with questions about something which he has no idea about.
I do. Oh.
I have an idea for that one.
Go on then.
If
Oh
you
yeah,
can't
I was
yeah.
gonna say that I could. I just didn't want to keep jumping in, so go for it.
So, noticing that Jason is starting to look like a little bit bewildered about questions he has no idea about, I'm gonna rock up next to him and just conspiratorially, that is even a word, lean forward towards the microphones and say, well, we are technically still under an NDA, so shh, you are the first to know.
Is this Spin Doctor?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
he's not allowed to answer any questions at this time.
Beautiful.
Right.
That's
yeah.
exactly
no,
what I was thinking.
I'm not. I like it, and it definitely sort of gets the press off your back about it, and they stop asking many further questions. Can you please make me a Spin Doctor check?
I did, and that's a 12.
Hey!
Nice.
I'm going to say you succeed. What you've said is actually makes sense perfectly, but it does not make Jason happy to hear that his entire team has been conspiring with French Connection behind his back, because he actually had a bit of a bad experience with them, which is why he switched to a different brand. And so, yeah, can I get a D6 in chat to determine how much more angry / sad he is in known danger of becoming bored this evening? I don't actually know why bored is on the thing. But yes, can I get another D6 in chat to see how much angrier he gets? It was like, oh.
Have you ever been to a fancy dinner? Of course, board was on the thing.
Not this one, because the next event, the next thing that occurs is Mr. Wesley Sniper's involvement. And the Wesley Sniper's involvement is a very obtuse attack vector today. The rising star on the action scene in the Brazilian movie scene is Jessica Statham. A woman, a gorgeous female, almost twin in both demeanor and appearance to Jason Statham, but she is stunningly attractive. A little bit younger than Jason, but not incredibly much. Eileen looks at her and goes hang on a minute, I never had a daughter. That sort of situation. Imagine Jason Statham crossed with Shakira, and you get a pretty good idea of what I'm thinking about. She's gorgeous Lady Statham. And she comes in, long hair, flowing in a gorgeous backless dress, marches right down the red carpet and says, "Finally, we meet, Mr. Statham." That was my attempt at whatever accent she might have. And he goes, "Ah, Jessica, what a pleasure. Finally, we get to meet face to face. It's been too long." Who the fuck is this?
Do we know her?
He would go to Taylor, who he would assume, with his local knowledge, knows who the heck this person is. I'm just going to roll a d6. That's a 4. That is 2 more points of sadness.
Oh.
Oh no.
As in, no, from not being included in the negotiations about a brand deal, not about Jessica Statham.
Oh shit.
Um,
What a lovely young lady. Would you care to join us for a little tea?
Yeah, Taylor's just, oh my god, who the hell is this? And he's once again
trying to stall time.
type. You know,
Yeah.
sneaky photo, facial
Did you
facial
bring your
recognition, just-
mum to... In fact, I'm going to say that she has Jason's accent. This would make sense. She...
Of course.
Did you bring your mum
She has the same
on
voice.
holiday with you? He goes, "Of course I brought my mum on holiday. She's lovely. And she always has snacks. And she's worked really hard and she deserves a break." "What, you don't treat your mum and dad to a holiday?" "Of course I take my mum and dad on holiday, but I take them somewhere nicer."
I
no.
do think that if I'm still over near where the sort of press was as she makes that statement, I think he'll kind of just lean over toward, like, take a look towards them and just sort of like does the sort of like
slamming on Sao
breathing
Paulo,
through
Jessica.
teeth and just kind of like
Yeah.
well, that's her reputation gone.
Do you try to manipulate the situation, Zach, or are you just saying it?
I do think I want to try. I don't know that failed actor really qualifies here, so I think I'd probably just have to roll a standard check because I do think that I think he'd try it here.
Yeah,
but
very well. And Taylor, you had a thing?
Yes, I rolled a 3 on local knowledge.
Hey, okay. So you know who the heck this woman is?
Yes,
or you've
but what I would
Googled it
like-
very quickly.
Yeah, what I'd like to do, pulling that forward, is try and with that, try and dig up some nasty dirt on her, since she is now being not entirely nice to his charge, and he is protect.
Wait, is Taylor going on Stan Twitter and like Jessica's cancelled?
Yes, pretty much.
Absolutely.
He's looking to find some nasty dirt that he can publicly, with his local knowledge, sort of shame her with.
I rolled a
have an idea
13
of
on a d20. Terris, at around the 65% nasty, you are allowed to come up with some lore about this Jessica Statham, which is about 65% on the scale of 1 to horrible. Like they are like not awful, but like there's rumors, not provable, but rumors that she did or maybe did do. She is, of the Brazilian movie scene, the Jason Statham of the Brazilian movie scene, sort of thing.
So
Nice.
I think he wants to just sort of sidle up and rather loudly say, "Tell me if this is not, if this is too bad. Just really, you take your parents on holiday to nicer places. Last I checked, they were in that second-rate nursing home."
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Oh, that was, I think, perfect. That's very good.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
And you can see Irene was like, "Oh, nursing home."
No, I would never. Plus, you're fully capable. You're very. Everything's up there, still going strong. You don't need it.
I can shoot my gun and everything.
I know. Please don't, though.
Oh, I have a perfect follow-up on that one. From
How did Zach roll?
As a note, my first one of the night.
Hey, let's go.
Nice. Hell
I
yeah.
think he's slowly starting to believe. He's feeling like an agent.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's selling himself.
So between Taylor and Mike's, ooh, are you sure? And girl, that was you slam it down on Jessica pretty hard there. Claws are indeed out. Yes. And Jessica is taken aback and just flees into the restaurant. She is just like, okay, not with the press around. I don't think I can go any further with this. This guy's got a good team. And she's like, I'll see you inside, Mr. Statham. Maybe you would care for a dance later.
Say
I wonder
hi
if
to
you
your
can
mum
dance
for
as well
us.
as you can act. And
Say
heads
hi to your
inside.
mum for us if
Oh,
you ever visit
oh.
her.
She
But
ignores you.
AM is looking around a little bit. Oh, like overtly
Yeah.
looking around. As I did not see. What's her last name again?
Stitham.
I do not see Miss Stitham's parents here. Does she not think that this restaurant is good enough for them?
Evidently not. You are escorted
Shameful.
inside by the maitre d', who has an exceptionally thick French accent. Mademoiselle, monsieur, please come right this way. We will sit you immediately.
Every chance to avoid doing a Brazilian accent. Why
Yeah.
are you in Brazil if you're not gonna fucking try it?
I didn't choose this.
It's not me.
And also, I wrote the name Cibo Fantasioso, and I've already done Italian. So,
It's so funny.
I will actually say, on our way
genuinely
in,
not even sure how Portuguese accent sounds.
on our way in, if I can do anything useful with it, I do actually think that I'll pull AM aside, following up on what they said, just sort of, and just briefly sort of lean in and just. Her being here probably spells more trouble for us than it's worth, so maybe it'd be worth you letting the fine restaurant owners know kinds of things she was saying out here. See whether we can get her to make things a little easier on us.
I shall certainly try.
So, the maitre d' is there. He is in full, like, the full top hat and tail sort of situation, with a curled mustache. Think Disney restaurant owner, and that is what you have. Because why go
Nice.
harder than the Disney already have? And so if you want to quickly go to them and say something, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, sure, Mr.
so-
Statham. Monsieur Statham 2 is stable right away. Come right immediately. And does so. AM.
Yes. Oh, Monsieur, if you would excuse me a moment.
Of course.
Is the owner of this place present tonight? I would assume so, since it's the opening.
Of course.
May I please speak with them for a short moment? It might concern a guest that could cause trouble for your restaurant.
Oh, of course, sir. I will, of course, madam. I shall, of course, get them right away. Having no fucking clue what a Brazilian accent sounds like, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Hello. You have some information. Got somewhere between
yes.
Jamaica and France now.
Yep.
Which,
I
in
mean,
fairness, is roundabout where
geographically,
Portugal
it's-
is.
It sounds I just, from what I'm hearing online, it sounds closer to Spanish than
Pretty good.
different, but yeah.
Well,
Re-gear brain. If it's Spanish, I can kind of, maybe. But But
Yeah, go for it.
I've been going on a world tour, or at least a European tour, so far today. What do you
Listen,
say,
you
AM?
can always fall back on Dracula
German.
if you really need it.
Yes.
I mean,
1940s French done by a Brit. Thanks, Psycho.
I mean,
Nice.
it won't
Yes.
be too far fetched to have a German accent in Brazil. Just saying, historically accurate.
Argentina.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, yes. Just saying, it's not that far fetched. But where was I going? Oh yes.
What can you tell me about this? You have some worries about
Yes,
the clientele
yes.
of this evening?
When we were outside speaking to the lovely crew of photographers that have gathered to your magnificent opening night,
Thank you.
I heard some disturbing comments from Miss Statham. She
She has
mentioned
always
that
been outspoken, but we here in Brazil, we venerate our own.
yes, she said that she only brings her parents to the very best places.
As I understand
But
it,
she-
her mother and father are quite ill and infirm. I take no major offense. She was invited only for a table for two, anyway. The man you are speaking to is wearing a purple silk shirt open to the navel. He has a large gold medallion across his third chest. He has
Good.
stubble and he is just positively dripping with machismo that I am not, so that will be why it's very difficult for me to portray him. However, yes. That is the person you're talking to. He looks to be no later than his mid-40s.
Yes, understandably. I just found it odd that Master Statham over here felt that your restaurant is safe and practically overwhelming him with the grandiosity that he expects to cater to his mother, therefore he brought her. Meanwhile-
we do aim to please, and I am glad Mr. Statham feels so at home here.
Yes.
What are you trying to
Meanwhile-
achieve?
To make her
You're trying to
leave.
get her thrown out, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is difficult. This is not. I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah. I would like you to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? What? A spin doctor?
Yes.
Yeah. Spin doctor with disadvantage, I think.
Okay. So yeah, she was giving you underhanded comments to the reporters.
Difficult situation. I understand.
Okay, that's a 6 or a 2, so I'm taking the 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's still a
It's still a
pass.
That's still a
success.
Yeah,
pass.
let's
That
go.
is still a success.
Let's go.
Holy
Well done.
Can we do a little doubling down on make this woman fuck off?
Yeah,
While AM is talking to this guy, I would like to talk to that lady, and I'm just gonna sit down at her table without asking for permission and get into showing her the photo album of Jason's baby photos and just like talk her ear off. Oh, and on this one, he was riding a kayak actually, and it turned over, and he was so scared. I think that's where his fear of eels actually started. It was quite a day over there, and I just go on and go on. And I'm gonna use
Incredible.
extraction? I don't.
You're trying to extract this woman. Yes, all right.
Yeah. I'm extracting the last bits of interest she has in this place.
Right.
So she stands up and leaves. Hiya!
May I, while she is sort of getting
shit.
her to leave, if that works?
The 5.
5.
Does
It's
that
a
work?
success, as I understand it.
Yippee!
Jason just did something unpredictable.
Of
I will
course
hold
it
that
did.
comment.
What does Taylor do?
Taylor was going to try and talk the paparazzi into following Ms. Statham as she's leaving. To sort of talking about how, oh, she's left in a huff, blah, 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 blah. Apparently not good enough for her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
So
trying,
you're
trying
making
to
public
completely-
statements on the part of Jason Statham at this point.
No. He is trying to completely he's trying to use follow me just to get them to see her leaving all disheveled and upset.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure. All right. Yeah. Do that. Follow me while Jason
Actually,
does something unpredictable.
I will roll that check. That is a 1.
Oh.
Oh, damn!
Okay.
let's go.
You
It's all
successfully.
coming together.
So yeah. Jason leans into the only one of his entourage who's actually stayed with him, and says, "Hey, Mike, that Jessica Statham, she's been casting shade for like weeks. I'm not okay with it, mate. I'm not okay with it. Because no one dances better than I do. No one. Not even Jessica bloody Statham. Can you talk to the DJ? I'm looking for some Saturday Night Fever, mate. I'm looking for some Saturday Night Fever. Can we,
Yes.
I don't care if she buggers off, but I'm going to demonstrate to her once and for all that I will not be outdanced by some Brazilian tart. Can you please go and try and convince the DJ, who is in fact a chamber orchestra?
I like the way
The
you think.
DJ.
And is going to...
It's a quartet,
so-
let's be honest. It's not an orchestra, but it's...
Please
Yeah. Do
let
I-
it be "Staying Alive" by a string quartet.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right.
I kind of
yeah.
want to get my violin out now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I think in that case he will absolutely just sort of nod and I think head on over. And I don't think he'll pull any sort of crazy tricks or anything, but I think we'll literally just
Flip them some
walk
meth.
over and... Well, actually, I do happen to have a small amount of my own money that I multiplied off of the dog races. And so I do think that he will try to slip them, I guess, the equivalent of like 100 or something like that. And basically just, is he asking to do this now or just sometime
Yes.
tonight? Okay, yeah.
This
well,
is
then
happening.
I think...
Jason acts immediately and without thinking too much. This
Yeah,
is happening
that's
immediately.
fair.
Yep.
I think in that case we'll just if y'all could and he'll sort of like slip a note over and just find your way to playing something a little more dance oriented to give Mr. Statham a chance to strut his stuff, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Very well. What are you using any particular skill, or are you just gonna try without?
I'd love to say I'm using a skill, but I don't think there's a way I can make this about a skill without giving them drugs, and I've done enough of that tonight, so I'm just gonna roll for it. It's a 3!
Hey!
Nice.
Very well.
That's less than a 4.
Jason notices his mother showing his baby photos to Jessica Statham, his arch nemesis and like femme twin body double thing, and goes over and says, "Jessica, Jason, would you do me the immeasurable favor of this dance?" And and the 4-piece string quartet, because that's what a quartet is, therefore, the string quartet pipes up with Saturday Night Fever.
Ooh, let's go.
No, I think Staying Alive.
That's pretty good. They
Yeah.
do a mashup.
Yeah, no, it is,
70s mix.
it is yes, it is a disco
Can we get
mix.
September?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's some Purple Rain in there as well. Yes. As Jason begins to aggressively fight dance. I think it's more like fight dancing with Jessica Statham. This is obviously problematic because this restaurant does not have a dance floor. It is quite packed. There is no real space to do this. It is about half full of people who are trying to enjoy a fancy meal. What do you do to smooth the way / make this cooler?
I've already gone beyond my skill set here. I might need someone else to jump on it.
I put it to
I
you
know.
that I would like another Major Magica style thing, because I think this is pretty much the finale of the evening.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a thing. So 70s, right? That was my prime. That was the heyday. And as far as I know, Eileen was a dancer.
She was a
right?
dancer and her husband was a lounge singer. Yes.
Exactly. So not only do I know all of these tunes, I can remember the heyday of my dance career. So I'm gonna try and make this look normal and get like more people to stand up and dance and do like a little disco around them, basically making it into a musical.
I will
May
allow you.
I?
I will allow you. These hands are weapons for your dancing.
Yes, please. These
Taylor,
legs are also
what are you
weapons.
doing? Yeah,
May
these
I
legs are also
assist
weapons.
Ms. Statham, or as Taylor thinks, Ms. Mirren,
Yep.
in doing this with extreme sports, turning dance into an extreme sport, as he is
Capoeira.
physically...
I have an idea.
Yeah,
for
capoeira.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dancing with her, he's physically sashaying around and grabbing other people and strategically moving them out of the way,
There is
shaking
also
his
a-
little hips.
There is also
And Adam.
a really excited greyhound that doesn't really know how to interact with people because it's mostly a racing dog.
Just doing laps.
Yeah, it's just having the best time.
Zoomies.
Yeah, it's
What
got the
is
The dog
zoomies
has zoomies.
to this
What are we
70s,
doing?
80s mashup of disco tracks. AM, what are you doing?
I was going to ask if there is a set of chandeliers
Oh, there absolutely is.
on
Yes.
heavy chains
Yes. Sure. Well,
that could
presumably.
be potentially swung if you apply the right pressure to create the illusion of disco light.
Ooh, I like it.
I like the way you think.
So,
Sure.
I rolled
I would like
skill?
to
my
use
first one
eye
for
for
the day.
detail to get them to swing just right.
Okay, right. Okay, so eye for detail.
Amazing.
These hands are weapons was a night 1. Very nice. Taylor,
Okay.
I
how
got
did
a
you go?
5.
A 5 for
Hell
extreme
yeah.
sports is what we want. Mike?
So, I would like to do something that I don't think will contribute immediately to what is
Okay.
happening, but may contribute to a better resolution for us over the course of the night.
That's exactly a 6.
Hey.
Nice.
I feel bad making it my shtick, but I think I have to.
You've gotta do it,
3
man.
acts in a
Again?
row. I do fully think I'm not gonna do anything too crazy,
Who are you drugging?
but I do think that he's going to slip something into Jessica Statham's drink while she is up and distracted with dancing. In an effort to, I think, rather than going for a suppressor, he'll go for some sort of stimulant or adjutant in the sort of hopes that effectively when she finishes the dance, Jason, hopefully having proven his point and sits down for her meal, she may effectively go ahead and continue to make things worse for herself as she grows increasingly agitated.
Okay. So,
I want to just first also say that I do not condone
No.
drugging people. Well, no,
drugging
absolutely not.
people at all.
This is an entirely hypothetical situation that I hope the our
Yes.
audience can
Yes.
agree is
Do-
A, ridiculous, and B, quite funny.
Do not give people drugs that are not prescribed by a doctor for
No.
them.
No, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, I think Can you roll me a narcotics? How did you do?
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So it's a 5.
Which is a pass. Does Jason do anything? Jason got a 6 on that one. A 6 on Terris's one, and a 4 for the one Ardanna rolled, which was a 6, so no. Jason does not do anything unpredictable on any of your successful rolls. All 4 successes means that Jason Statham will have a +3 to this roll. A -3 to it, so anything he rolls we -3 on. And Jessica will have a +1 from the potential embarrassment of getting high afterwards, or at least being drugged afterwards. So,
Excellent.
I will need a D12 in chat, rather, to 2 D12s in chat, ! Roll space the number 12. The first one will be for Jason, the second will be for Jessica, to see how good their dancing is. We got a 6 from Shanahos, and an 8 from Jess, which means Jess was rolling for Jessica. I kind of like that. Which means Jason got a fucking 3, which is very, very good for his dancing. And Jess got a 9. Yeah, she is a little discombobulated, and disco is not her era. Yeah, she really struggles to keep up. She is probably a fantastic dancer, just not at this. Yeah, Jason absolutely, in some cases, literally wipes the floor with her, with his spins as he whips her around on her hip, and a few bits and pieces elsewhere. It is fantastic. Jason Disco Statham, yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
2 Statham, 2 Disco. You successfully run Jessica Statham out of this restaurant, out of Cibo Fantasioso.
Beautiful.
With probably the worst hangover of her life the following morning. And Jason sits down for a lovely dinner with his entourage. And I think we will leave it there with Jason observing, this is a really nice place. I think I'd like to own a restaurant my own self. Maybe me and Vinny could open a fish and chip shop. That'd be great. Guys, thank you so much for playing Jason Statham's Great Vacation with me. Jason, once again, Mom, it's so nice to have you on my holiday with me. I think we should definitely do this again sometime. And guys, great job. I've had a lovely, lovely time. It has been a ball indeed.
It has been
Mr.
a pleasure,
Statham,
Mr.
Mr.
Willis.
It has been a disco ball.
Yes. Mr. Statham, if I may, I'm
Always.
so sorry for making you feel bad earlier. It was just a ruse for the reporters. We have not signed you up for anything you're not willing to do.
Oh, jolly good then. That's great. All right. Well, brilliant. Garçon, I'd like some fish and chips. How about you, Mum?
Yeah, I think it's a lovely idea. And she's still doing the dance with her. I think she's currently dancing with that guy in the very low shirt.
Yes. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
He has a rose clamped in his teeth. Yes.
Hell
Oh, goodness.
Yes. All right. Well, brilliant, guys. Thank you
Don't
so
get
much
it,
for
Miss Mirren.
playing with us this evening. That was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed us. And it is time now for one more bit of Jason Statham.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gents, did you know that Jason Statham has had a huge impact on a number of areas other than the film industry, such as being the visual and character basis for the villain Vulture in the Ultimate Spider-Man series? He was also in a band with his father and brother in which he played the drums. And that last bit I slipped in about owning a fish and chip shop with his childhood friend Vinnie Jones is in fact true.
Real.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lock, Stock, and Two
Incredible.
Smoking Haddock was a business venture that they very nearly, although I do not believe officially actually ever opened.
Oh my god. Locks
And Two Smoking Haddock,
Hell yeah.
yep. So much
That's
so,
good.
in fact, that the Manchester University Press has commissioned an academic study to analyse the impact of Statham on the British and American film industries, which aims to show the changing face of British cinematic masculinity. What a Renaissance man. He is a fantastic legend and a brilliant film actor. I've loved his movies for years. He's a genuine champion. And look, I think he should have won. I think he was robbed in Auckland in 1990.
In the Commonwealth Games,
the Commonwealth
still on that.
Games.
I mean, it's him and Luke Evans that are like
Yeah,
action movie stars. You just go like, he did what?
he did what now? Yeah,
And it's not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's
Excellent.
just you just have no reason to suspect they would do that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think that leaves us a little bit of time for a little bit of favourite moments, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we, a little bit, not a lightning round exactly, but can we be fairly nippy about it as we go around? Let us start in the top right corner and talk about Ardanna. Ardanna, favourite Ardanna moments, everybody. What do we reckon? How do we think we all did? And yes, chat, if you have your favourite moments, we'd love to hear them. What are our favourite Ardanna moments, our favourite AM moments?
I'm going to jump in first. I really enjoyed that you managed to, like, work the accidental being high thing into your own plan, where you were like, yeah, I'm going to distract them by going to do this, but then saying, but I'm doing it because I have the munchies now. And just being like, and I'm just
Hell
gonna
yeah.
take forever. Like,
I really enjoyed trying to deciding that the best way you could help the situation was trying to use a hook to try and snag the dog on the racetrack. You're like, I'm going to clothesline the other dog with its own collar.
Stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
my
going to-
favorite part of that was also the fact that you just strolled in and like, so I'm gonna walk onto the track, and I'm like, huh?
What?
Without
can
even
do that?
questioning it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
going to say taking the time to pick poor Taylor up after he was smushed by dogs.
Yeah, that was cute.
Very
Yeah. Favorite self, Ardanna?
I mean, the chandelier,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Absolutely, that was
Very
epic.
true.
Shanahouse
Very
agrees. Disco light chandelier. Yes, solid. Alrighty, well then let us talk about somebody else. Excellent. Terris. Let's talk about Taylor. Taylor, the poor, befuzzled tour guide who just relies on his mobile phone.
It's his
Running the
first day on
rabbit.
job.
In fairness, he was born in 2003. He obviously would Google how to do things. Becoming the rabbit,
yes.
obviously, yes, yeah, no, stolen,
Yeah,
but
well-
yeah.
For me, there's no better moment than saying, "Oh, where are your parents?" That's right, in a fucking nursing home, and a shit one at that. I was
Yeah.
like, genuinely, as a player, I was
Wow.
like, "Yo, that's
You went there.
deep.
That was
Holy
that was. I think you nailed the 65% I was looking for as well. Yeah, it's not like hurtful if it's true. I would say the fucking snatching an eel out of the tank. I was like, I'll go get one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was so much. It was really good. I really also enjoyed oh god. Sorry, I had something and now my brain has just departed on me.
Oh, you're fine.
But no, I don't know. I think just what is it? It's not like a specific moment, but the thing that I keep coming back to is just the readiness. Because, like, again, in spite of the fact that you don't know what's going on, it's your first day on the job and you are Googling everything. The fact that you immediately, as a person, not only actually small thing, but kept up the fucking Bruce Willis stick. For the
And
entire-
Mirren as well.
yeah, that Bruce Willis and Helen Mirren stick for the entire episode, but just the fact that also anytime anything, like, Jason says something that is clearly batshit, like, and just doesn't make any
You're like,
sense, he's like,
"Cool."
I'm gonna do it, and you just went, that's gonna be tough, but sure, we can make that work, and just like the instant thing of just like, yes sir, I
Okay.
thought just like the constant yes anding, like, genuinely added a lot to the scenes, I think.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going
Agreed.
to say the stealing of the rabbit has been stolen, but I'm going to say the idea that this little twink with rainbow hair is holding onto a rabbit and screaming as he's running down a track.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
It is.
Yes.
I would also like to hats off to the swapping their jackets afterwards. That was smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
It was.
Cool. And Shanahos was said about to bring out the violin for the disco as a funny side note. Yes, agreed.
Nice.
All right, well then let us talk about Zach. Favorite Zach moments, everybody, going around the circle.
Drugging the dog.
Yeah.
Drugging the bloody dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was actually the fact that you were like, okay, so I'm gonna find a way to help him with the being scared of the eel, but get this, I'm also getting high. Like sticking to that decision and just being blazed through the second part, it was great.
Thank you.
Yep.
I really love the tampering. Well, not tampering with the oxygen tanks, but tampering with the perception of the oxygen tanks.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yes.
That was very good.
Well done.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that you were like, okay, day 3, I've had mixed results at best with drugging people as a solution to the problems. I shouldn't. No, fuck it, I'm going to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think.
Yeah, but the spin
was-
doctoring as well was very good when you were like, oh, yeah, no, it's a thing for, yeah, absolutely. Like, actually becoming a pretty good agent.
Yes.
Yeah, he got there in the end. Oh man, thank you. Yeah, I think personally it was yeah, I fully think that it was just the little moment doing the like high as shit seeing the connections moment with Jason staring at the skulls and just being like, what does it mean? Like surely there's got to be like something here. I thought that was very funny, but oh, this my face hurts. I've been smiling so much through this game. This has been great.
Same.
Ridiculous game.
I love
Alrighty.
it.
Any other favorite Zach moments we have? Queen Bench says, I just think he's cute. I mean, that's your objective opinion, and you're allowed to have it. Shanahos says that agitating the enemy at the end was great, not only letting her lose to Statham, but also ruining the next day for her as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, because I was trying to avoid the drugs for the whole thing. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I've already done my shtick. But then I was presented with a problem where the goal was someone messes up, and I was like, well, I mean,
Wow.
I've clearly demonstrated that that's what this does. So.
I wouldn't disagree with you, Jess. Yeah. Alrighty, well,
Disagree either.
then let us talk about Daria. Favorite Daria moments, favorite Helen Mirren moments, favorite Eileen Statham moments. Everybody, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I really want to jump in first. It's not a specific moment. I'm going to try to leave those open so I'm not stealing too much at once, but just as a general thing, the way that you took literally every skill in your class and went like, I have all of those,
Rebadge
but
this.
none of them mean what you think they mean, like reflavoring all of them to be,
Yes.
no, I'm Jason Statham's mum and I'm nice and kind, and here's how that translates to my hands are also weapons.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, it's incredible.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
It was so good.
I have 2 words for you. Greyhound papoose.
Damn you, that was mine.
I was going to say 2 words as well. Eel sushi was definitely going to be mine.
Yeah. I
Inspired.
enjoyed being the enabler of Jason.
It's-
Yeah. Well, on that note, enabling stuff. Turkish delight on the tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, Shanna, the first 2 were comfortably more bizarre than the final. I should have learned by now as well that it takes about a scene an hour. And I don't like to go for 4 hours with this game because the last one we managed 3 as well, and I got very close to making him dead as well. He'd taken a lot of injuries. I almost beat you guys with it. This time around, you guys are too canny for me, and he only managed to get 3 out of 8 sad, and that's it. And that was only on a single day when he was a bit embarrassed to rock up wearing Adidas formal wear. Any other favorite Daria moments?
All of it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
whipping out the baby photos as well was very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also contributing the now remember, we don't eat for an hour after we eat, or don't swim for an hour after you eat was such a
Yes.
good line.
Very
So
good. Daria, favorite self?
Favorite self? Yeah, I just in general liked reflavoring everything to be about like mom-isms. That was
Yeah.
very fun.
Mhm.
And yeah, as always, this game, I think its best feature is the fact that you are so free in interpreting those skills.
Yeah.
So all of us just look at
Mhm.
what we can do and think, okay, how do I like bend that to fit the situation?
Yeah.
I think it's just very fun.
Yeah.
Favorite
Absolutely.
DM now? Yes.
Well, we've
Yeah.
also got Shanahos says, and using the facts of her past. Like, using actual Eileen Statham facts
Yes.
was
Yes,
very good.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
And I like that you also did it in a very respectful and entertaining but amusing way. That was like,
Yeah.
I hope, Eileen, if you ever do watch this, it's been an absolute pleasure having you. Hope you've enjoyed. And Daria's rendition of you.
All with love and respect.
Yes. Greatest
We
love
love
and
you,
respect.
lady.
You have raised a fantastic gentleman that I have done a dirty today.
Wow.
Alrighty. Yes. Well, I think that we should go away and find someone to raid.
Mm-mm.
Well, all right
No,
then.
no,
Tell me how
no.
lovely I am. Go on. Then.
You are
Okay.
lovely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go on then. Favorite Josh moment.
Favorite moments. I have one immediately. Coming up with this like interesting character of it's Jason but a lady, and she's like so mysterious. We know nothing about her, but she's like immediate antagonist. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Who is this bitch? Like I'm immediately like, get away from my boy.
So that was the story
Yes.
prompt from the game. That was the bad thing
Ah.
that Wesley Sniper does. This is sexy lady
Yeah.
Statham comes in and derails things.
I like that. We didn't have that last time.
My
and I was
in-head
like,
canon
"Ooh."
was that she was some sort of bizarre cloning experiment by Wesley Sniper to create the perfect Jason Statham femme version to derail his career.
Ah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I also want to just say your like very genuine props for attempting the accent in the end,
Yeah.
because trying to do an accent that you have no experience with is always daunting, and you threw in so many others through the session as well, but like having that moment at the end where you were like, fuck it, no, we'll just go for it, is like mad respect, because like I don't know that I would have been able to. Like that shit is scary trying to do that sort of thing on the fly. So
Thank you.
huge ups.
Yeah, thanks,
I'm
Sean.
going. Oh, go ahead, Ardanna.
Yeah, the dog racing hound names.
Absolutely.
Slippery
I
when
know
wet
that-
and slippery when oiled.
Who? No, I was getting those from chat. I'll be fair. Slippery when oiled and slippery when the other was from chat. I can't remember.
But
who.
then
It
you
might well
also
have been
did.
Avis.
I think you also brought up slippery when syruped, though.
I
think that was
That
you.
was that one. Yes, that
Sliver
was
and
me.
syrup.
Yes.
Yeah, so the dog name of slippery when wet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Racing dog names and also horse names.
Are
Why?
insane. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What's wrong with normal names? I know the naming conventions behind it, and you know.
What do you mean,
that-
Special Agent Alex Krychek isn't a proper name for a dog?
I want to hear you call that out when you try to get the damn dog inside.
I just call him Krychek.
my first dog as an adult was called Typhoid. And it works great when you shout that in a park.
Why?
So
Fun.
Typhoid.
so some Josh Walker lore now. My mother
Uh-huh.
is an author and wrote a series of books called Robin Tremaine and the Pirate's Daughter. Robin Tremaine and the Sultan's Daughter, and Robin Tremaine and a bunch of others.
Ooh.
And Robin Tremaine is a pirate granny. who has a bunch of has three very normal sons who have totally disowned their mother, but her grandchildren, their children, she rocks up every now and again and takes a couple of them on an adventure. And the first one is Robin Tremaine and the Sultan's daughter, and her best friend, the Sultan of Brunei, has his daughter has been kidnapped, and he has enlisted Robin Tremaine, the famous somewhat older pirate lady now, to go and try and help save this daughter. And in it, Robin Tremaine has a dog called Typhoid, a three-legged pirate dog. And I was in the market for a pirate dog. We had a ninja rabbit at the time, so we needed a pirate dog to balance that out. So Ty
And then
was
you have to
named
get a
Typhoid.
cowboy bird.
Yes. So that's where it
Wow.
came from.
I want to read that book.
It's so good.
That's what I want to
It
do.
never, unfortunately,
Yes.
it never got published. Mum
What?
was in talks with the Fremantle Arts Centre Press about it, but they kept wanting her to change it in a significant way that she was not prepared to. Basically,
That's fair.
granddaughter and grandson get taken on adventure. Granddaughter gets kidnapped as well and becomes friends with the daughter of the Sultan in captivity, and then girls manage to break themselves out, and then grandson and granny meet them about halfway just when they are getting in trouble and manage the final element of the extraction together. The Arts Centre Press wanted the boy to save the girl in its entirety.
Oh, screw that.
And Mum was like, no, fuck that. The girl is fully capable of getting herself out of there. At least
Has
in part.
she? Has Mom ever decided to self-publish? Because nowadays
It's relatively easy. I don't know if she is still into that, so I don't think she is wanting to.
I would
pursue
love
it,
to
but
read it if she is though.
I
It's
would
so good.
absolutely read that.
Yeah. There was a second one that was about halfway written called Robin Tremaine and the Golden Pearl, which was based in Broome in West Australia. And it's basically each one she's taken a different location of a place that she knows quite well, because we lived in Singapore for a few years, so she knows the Southeast Asia basin quite well. And then we were living in WA when she was writing the second one. So and she'd fallen in love with Broome. It does have a peg leg. Yes. The original dog fell in between two boats when they were moored, and it was like moving backwards and forwards, and it slipped and fell, and one of its legs got smushed. And so it has a peg leg. It was a little pug with a peg leg.
Josh, I think this channel as the Pirates like Corsairs Cove would be a great way to promote a self-published female writer who writes awesome pirate fiction and also is your mom.
I would love to help Mum do that. We need to.
Absolutely.
Yes. I will tell her the next time I see her that there is significant demand for Robin Tremaine and the pirate and the Sultan's daughter.
Yes.
That is just something that I'd really love the little one here to grow up reading. You know,
It's she was writing it at around about the same time as J.K. Rowling was producing her stuff, and
Yes.
it has a very similar vibe. If not, it's a sort of fantastical, slightly alt version of the world in which this sort of thing is in any way appropriate. It's basically
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a jolly good book.
Yep. Yeah, I'd just love to get my hands on that. Yes.
Favorite
Alright.
meme.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've got to give you one too.
Yes.
I'm going to say the characterization, just the image in my head that you gave me of the restaurant owner. It was just there and so top notch. It was
Thank you.
top notch description there. Like you painted a picture perfectly. I loved it.
I think my favorite meme moment had to be my response to Eileen when she said you can't go swimming for half an hour, and I was just like, it's a good point, but I'm not listening.
Almost like kid logic of just
and my like, no,
It
because
kinda
I ate
makes
fish.
sense,
Yeah, that is
And I
so
like that
profound.
everyone who was blazed, they were like, oh shit, yeah. That's genius.
Yeah, that was jolly good fun. Alrighty, Well, guys, we should go and raid somebody. And whilst the Eldritch Scribe are our stream team buddies, we are running a Troll Lord Games giveaway, and they are currently live. So we will go and raid on the Troll Lord Games folks and drop you lovely chaps and chapesses and non-binary chaplets over there. But before we do that, we need to say our goodbyes, and we also need to draw that bloody prize. So type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win a Troll Lord Games voucher. And guys, who the absolute heck have you been this evening? We'll go in the reverse order. So Terris, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighbourhood ferret. Today I have been playing Taylor Knox, the sort of tour guide.
Oh, he is. This is a trial by fire as well. Taylor will be a tour guide for the rest of his life, and a bloody good one. Because once you've taken Jason Statham around Sao Paulo, you can do anything. Ardanna, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Ardanna, or Joe, or you there if Lilith Hassan is saying it, but she's not in chat, so meh. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorewright, and today I was Angus Millicent Runner, the lawyer, and I don't even know how she still puts up with this. This is not why she passed the bar, but it pays okay, so why not?
Oh yeah, you were a lawyer. Zach, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Zach. Today I was Mike McMichaels, drug dealer turned now maybe semi-competent agent. Semi-competent agent for Jason. Yes, now that the medicine is fading, the parasite is taking root again, and you will hopefully see me again very soon.
I thought you were referring to the meth. Yeah.
No, that's going to stick around
worse.
for a bit longer.
3 to 7 working days, that one hangs in your system. Daria, who the heck are you?
I'm Daria. I'm an artist. I do different types of arts, including emotes and portraits and all that stuff. I'm also here usually playing in Humblewood. Excited when we get back to it in some weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, today I was playing Jason Statham's mom, and I had a great time. Thank you.
We had a great time having you.
Yay.
Daria, there is going to be a couple more commissions heading your way very soon. We require not only the one you are currently working on, the lovely Esmeralda, but we also are going to require Irina Kolyana for the Midnight of Madness setting as well. And I'm actually going to require, probably before either of those, I actually might have to ask you to swap up your priorities a little bit, artwork for Kiki as well. Karen's character from... Yes.
Yes.
Because that is looking
exciting.
more and more like it's going to become an actual thing that we are going to do another little bit more. We need artwork for her. So, yes, we will hopefully see some more brilliant artwork from Daria on the channel very soon. I've been Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove. But you know that. You've done it already. You're here, you bloody champions. Good on you. Thank you for joining us. I will be back on Monday night with Karen for some more Josh and Karen review. We will be having a look at Inhuman by S. Kaya J, which is going to be rather fun and exciting, so we'll check that shit out. But if you want a little bit more of my face, you can check me out over on the Lorewright's channel on Friday night for a little bit more face, and with almost all of these bloody champions. We'll have to work Daria into the next one. More and more and more of the virus spreads. Yes. Other than that, I think that's about all you can see my face in at the moment. But if you like my majestic voice, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar and his little dragon Hrosh. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure and a dream playing with you this evening. Check out Wooten Forge for their amazing, beautiful stuff, and wootenforge.com/Corsair's Cove if you feel the urge to purchase any of the beautiful stuff. The big ones that I'm suggesting at the moment, so you can get these dice keepers. You can also get them, or dice boxes, which are just one of these with a divider down the middle and two sets of, like, a place for the two sets of dice. And then on the front, they are laser printing color images of beautiful artwork from D&D, like D&D themed artwork on the front, on the wood, in color. It's gorgeous. You can check that out at their website. The other amazing supporters that we have are Troll Lord Games. They have a Kickstarter on at the moment for their new reforged version of their player handbook for Castles and Crusades, which is their own home system. It's a rules light, and I imagine they are probably playing it right now. So when we drop a raid over on them, we will get to see some of how that is played with the wonderful Troll Lord Chuck. So guys, throw your exclamation mark tickets in chat. You have about 10 more seconds until I draw the prize, and then we will find out who gets the lucky $10 gift card for their online store. A lot of their stuff that'll cover an item from their online store as well. You won't be out of pocket at all, and you can get some of their gorgeous things. Sirenscape have been gracing your ears all evening. This will be up on the YouTube within 24 hours if you want to go and check it out there. As is the previous episode of Jason Statham's Great Vacation, featuring half of these lovely folks, and all of our other shit as well. It's been an absolute pleasure having you all this evening. Let's draw that giveaway. Going to close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Let us draw a winner. And... Terris! You win! Yay!
Let's go.
Terris, you win. Congratulations. Well, you get a giveaway from the Troll Lord Games. Splendid. Well, guys,
thank you.
Best luck next time, everybody, because we have been given 4 to give away this month. Yeah, we'll probably just be running one every single stream we do. Karen and I will be back Monday night. Stay tuned for that. And we will go and raid now, guys. So, throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell the Troll Lord Games folks where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel on Monday night for some more Josh and Karen review. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Whee!